everybody, welcome to another special edition of No Cover presents the Red Light District Show. And what's special about tonight is Friday the 13th, 2021. So let's talk a little bit about that. We all know that Friday the 13th is an unlucky day, but is it? Today we're going to join back to the past and learn a little bit more about Friday the 13th and what it really means and how lucky or unlucky it really is. Let's go back to the beginning of Friday the 13th. So there's two things that are happening here. We have Friday, which some people find unusually unlucky, and then of course the number 13. Let's talk about those. Back in the biblical times, in the history books, Friday stands out quite a bit. Friday was the day that Eve tempted Adam with the apple. Could have been Friday the 13th, but there were no holidays or days back in those days, so that's fine. Also, in the Roman times, they would execute people on Fridays. During the European Crusades, they would kill people on Fridays as well. They would hang them on Fridays, and they would celebrate. And that's where we get the term hangover comes from. Everyone sleeping in from partying from hanging their neighbors next door. On Friday in the Bible, we see it as a bad day, of course. Because that's the day that Jesus was murdered, tortured, crucified. They call it Good Friday, but was it really a Good Friday? Not for him, it wasn't. The Last Supper. There's 13 disciples that sat at the table. That was Friday, or that was the 13th, where 13 disciples ate their Last Supper, leading into Friday, where he was crucified. Moving on, Friday the 13th appears to us again, but much larger scale. During the Crusades, which were coming to an end, the Knights of the Crusaders started a unity to protect travelers traveling across Europe and across to Asia during the market times. Those were the Knights Templar, the grandest of all the Crusader Knights. Even started the banking system. The reason why we had checks is because they started that system. They would protect travelers and charge certain fees, and they would build outposts. They would get percentages from all the work they were doing. They were being sponsored by the Pope. Until one day, the King of France needed more money to fund his wars. And he saw the power the Templars were having. They weren't following his direction anymore. They were just doing what they were told to do as far as Templar stuff to do. Protect people and keep people moving. So the easiest solution was for the king to call them heretics. Disembowering them, not letting them be part of the Catholic Church anymore, who was run by France at the time, set out to kill all Knight Templars in 1307 on a Friday the 13th. Since then, we also have times where there's been natural disasters. In the late 60s, there were lots of weather issues going on in the world. On Friday the 13th in Minnesota, there was flash floods that killed hundreds of people. We also see that happening in occurrence on Friday the 13th throughout history. Volcanoes erupting on Friday the 13th, laying waste with lava fields into the small villages and the towns below. And with the number 13, even today, our hotels don't have floor 13 on them. They have 12 and 14. There are rooms in hotels that don't have a 13th room. Even some of our presidents and world leaders are afraid of the number 13. So what does it really mean? Even in the 70s, there was a camp where all these campers went to enjoy themselves and get away from the summer. they were all slaughtered. I don't know if you heard of the story of Camp Crystal Lake, which we've all heard of, which gives pop culture the new meaning of Friday the 13th. And obviously, all those Friday the 13th weren't good for them. But what does it really mean? Sometimes in the paranormal world, we look at things like dates, objects, whatever it might be, and all the energy that we put into these legends. Is it possible that they could make them real? Is us putting so much thought and energy in our life into these legends to make them come real? Even Slender Man. We all know that was started as an internet gag. But since then, there's sightings all over the world. So what does Friday the 13th really mean to you? And that's going to be it for the opening of this show's No Cover presents the Red Light District Show.
Love it. Oh shit.
Now what do we do?
Come back to your seat.
Friday the 13th of August 2021! This is No Cover presents the Red Light District Show! Power! It's Friday, it's payday, and there's no other place you'd rather be! This week on the Red Light District Show we have the world-renowned Good Witch, Patti, Negri. And if you haven't checked out her book, Old World Magic, Modern for the Modern World, I suggest you go check that one out. It's an easy, quick, fun read, and she is an amazing person. We will also have the return of the world's greatest segment. We have hot nuts. Is that it, Sean? I think that's it. Welcome to the show. Hey, guy. Hey, guy. All right. Welcome to No Cover Presents the Red Light Show. We're happy that you can join us. We have Patti Negri tonight. Woo! And that, everybody knows that it's a special night when Patti's here. I love her. I love me some Patti Negri. And as you can see, we're in constant, building mode or whatever. We have our new stage, something that we've been trying to upgrade and really put a bigger focus on the artists who come through. Yeah.
He's talking to Stefan.
Oh, he's talking to Stefan. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
Why is there a phone ringing?
And there's a phone ringing.
It's my wife outside saying, "Hey, I got the stuff."
Okay.
Bro, meet your wife outside and get the stuff.
Communication is key here.
We are moving forward to try to put as much light on artists, local artists, and even national artists who want to come through our stage. If you want to come through our stage, we are currently booking. We would love to have you aboard. We would love to showcase you. Come on board. Man, this shit was a motherfucker. We gave ourselves a date that we are going to do it last weekend. We're going to try our best. All week long, we've been fucking busting our ass. Good job to Sean Smart, our producer, Phil Amoroso, Isaac Ice. those are, and my wife. My wife is the hero of the day. She really put this thing together at the last minute. She got all the loose. She got all the loose ends that we didn't do today, so I didn't have to take off work. She is a fucking saint. So definitely thank you to her. Let's move on. So what I noticed is on Saturday, we came here. Me and Sean were, framing and whatever, being adults and working like fucking real men, getting dirty. But there's 3 people here. There's me and Sean who are working, and then there's Isaac who is on his phone. So I'm going to tell you come here, Sean.
I don't know where she's at.
Come here, Sean. So what was happening you just came in, you were outside. What happened on Saturday when we were doing the name, like if you had to categorize like percentage of work me, you, and Isaac did, and you had to put a number to the percent you did, the percent I did, and the percent Isaac did, what would you say the percentage breakdown was?
Probably like 78% me, 20% you, 2% Isaac.
Okay, so there's 2. Isaac, do you want to rebut this or?
Nah, dude, it's okay.
No, rebut it.
No, it's part of
Dude,
it.
why won't you rebut it?
And listen, if we're gonna do all this shenanigans, this is his story. I don't want to mess up his narrative. You know what I mean? Like I call Sean. Like I'm not even gonna get into it because it's all father for the show, so I don't want to ruin his entryway. So please continue.
No, do you disagree with Sean and me?
No, I don't. Continue.
Okay, so good. I'm glad that you didn't want to disagree. Which brings up the next question I had on the show. If you were on a desert island, if Red Light was going to Australia, which we are going to be syndicated starting November. I'm sorry I didn't bring it up at the meeting, but we are syndicated in Australia for a radio station in November. And we were going there. The same guy the same program director from Radio Breakout wants us back. You remember Radio Breakout, right?
Yeah, and I remember they kicked us off for some reason for saying something that wasn't even really that bad.
Why? What'd you say, Phil?
I don't remember. I know.
Oh,
I don't remember.
So
what
you know,
we did.
okay, that's probably good.
But it was a while ago, and
They
he told
have black
us
people in Australia.
He called us. Remember
can't-
that?
Did he? I don't remember.
Remember
that.
he called us on the air, and he was Russell. He was like, "Yeah, you can't be saying stuff like that, mate." Like, and then we're just like being super over the top with him. And then everything he told me not to say, as soon as I hung up the phone with him, I started saying. And then that next week, we're off Radio Breakouts. You're not going to call me in the middle of the show, blow up my phone, and then on air tell me that I'm not allowed to do certain things and expect me to save face with my audience.
What
and
was
not
it
do
that we said that he didn't like? I don't remember.
Oh,
what
it's a
it
bunch
was.
of things. Like,
Oh.
remember he didn't like it when Tard was doing shrooms on air?
Well, so you talked to him again. Did you tell him, look, this is what we are? If you don't
No,
like
I
it?
didn't even tell him that.
No?
I just said, yeah, we'll do it. The joke's on him.
At least he knows what to expect. When things go bad, he knows, oh, I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, so, I mean, he's going to pick and choose his battles with us.
Okay.
I mean, if you ask for us to come back to your station, and if he's a new program director for a different place, and he's looking for talent, that's what he's going to get. He's going to get a fucking talent and a half. Right, Ice? Oh, yeah.
I don't know where you want me to go with this.
Okay.
Oh, what's the matter? Come
I
on.
don't-
He's mad because...
Don't get mad.
So, if we're on our way to Australia,
Yeah, because I know
and the
bit's not
plane
over
goes
yet.
down...
Yeah.
And there's only 3 people to survive. You and 2 other people. Who are you picking? Or you and 3 other people. Who are you picking to survive on this show? On a desert island, nothing's there. And you're there. You're going to be there for over 30 days. Who are you picking? My man, Pat. Who are you picking?
Shit.
Pass the stuff on.
Damn, you're
5
so fucking
seconds, dude. Really?
you're so exciting, bro.
Thank you.
I'm going to pass on to my man, Sean.
I would pick Pat. I'd pick
Damn, look at you.
Jeff, and I'd pick Pam.
Why would you pick them?
Because
Why would you pick Pam?
Because he'd be the alpha
Because-
in that.
How
mix.
is she
Neither
gonna?
of
How
them
is she
could-
gonna help you survive?
She's not, but neither of them can beat the shit out of me. And like,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
a-
You be
rule
the
that
king of the
fucking-
island?
I'm gonna rule the fucking island.
It's actually a really
stupid
ridiculous.
fucking
You're the
stupid
Lost
answer,
Boys.
man.
It's not a stupid
If
answer.
you need to
'Cause
survive,
if
and
I
you
need to survive,
It's-
I'm gonna kill one of them and fucking eat him. All right.
Yeah.
that is the dumbest thing I ever heard.
All right. I'll bring Phil so I can kill him and eat him.
Why would he want?
tainted meat.
Why would he want
It
a
is
couple
tainted,
alphas
that's
on the
old.
island with him? You know.
It's not an alpha versus anything. It's who can help me stay alive the longest, and not by eating them or anything like that.
I don't have to worry about anybody trying to kill me.
Pops,
That's all
who are
I'm
you gonna
getting
go with?
I would take Stefan
So you go fuck him.
as long as he brings a guitar.
Yeah, entertainment, bro.
So I can try to suck his dick when he's sleeping.
Well, how many days on this island? What?
I would take Sean
He only
because
needs two.
I would take Sean because he's a master chef.
Yes,
he can
I am.
cook.
I am a master
And
chef.
I would take Dennis because he's just cool. So
Jeez.
Damn, Dennis.
Hell
Cool
yeah.
motherfucker.
This is the coolest day of my life.
All right,
and
Dennis.
me, I would hold up everybody because I can survive in the wilderness by myself. And
You keep on saying that.
He's
Dennis?
his own number one pick. I like it.
Who are you picking?
I would, because of what was just said, I would pick Phil, obviously. But before picking Phil, I'm not letting anyone stay on the island with me. Are you kidding me?
Just you and Phil?
It would be me and Phil now. But prior to that, it's just me. I'm not letting even if there were survivors. See you later. I hope you said your final wishes before I got off the plane.
See, that's why Dennis is not allowed on my island. He would have tried to kill me.
He's
Dude,
he's the other. He's the others.
All right, I'm gonna go pass it over to Stefan.
Oh, hey.
Stefan, who do you
Very
want
nice.
on that island?
Let's see. Probably Sean, for sure. And Dennis.
You can have one more person.
Oh, I can have more than that?
You get
That's
three.
all he wants.
Oh, okay.
it.
Oh, well, yeah. If I'm going to pick somebody else, whatever, you can go with him.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm on someone's island.
Yeah, you come on, Tim.
well, that leaves you out if I ever get,
Because of me?
fuck Stefan.
Well, how
He-
big
he
is the
didn't pick-
island?
Yeah, really.
Is it a Jeffrey Epstein tiny
It's a
island?
Gilligan's Island.
Big enough party.
It's a Gilligan's Island
Yeah, you're
situation.
making shit out
Yeah.
coconuts and
Oh,
shit.
okay.
Feels like I know exactly how big that island is.
Chris?
There's Chris. I forgot about Chris.
Chris.
Is he still here?
Yeah. Who are you picking on your island?
A little bit when he talks a little bit, Mike.
What did you say?
I picked Stefan, and then I'm going to pick, like,
I'm gonna pick myself and myself and myself. He said.
Yeah. That's the most reliable for him. so.
Isaac?
Sean.
Then you're alive. You're a
You
survivor,
know,
Sean.
I would actually.
Sean, Phil, and Pam.
Pam for what?
Chuck and Fucker.
So you
on the
can fuck?
island.
You get, oh yeah, you need to get laid. Okay.
Yeah.
Weird.
I'm not
Dude,
fucking
he said it so casual, like she's not here.
She isn't.
She's not.
Exactly. Dude.
But I would actually consider taking Chris because them natives, they know how to eat all kinds of shit. So he know how to. He could probably scoop something
You
up.
racist
that-
motherfucker.
I just want
I'm not
him-
being racist. He likes coconuts and shit like that.
You fucking racist
Oh my
motherfucker.
God,
I'm trying to
dude.
be,
He just wants Chris for the Masubi and the Loco Mocos, dude.
Yeah, the mocha.
Yes.
Chris, can we make Masubi over there on island?
Yeah.
All right, then I'm picking Chris too. I'm gonna actually go with Pat. Do you want to say yours now?
Oh yeah, I'll take the Eagle Scout Jeff, just because he's an Eagle Scout.
Yes.
He's someone that can
Oh,
survive.
man.
Yeah, but he's not here. Does he count?
That's the only reason, Pat, because he's an Eagle Scout? Is that
No,
it?
because I
Yeah,
want to
really.
fuck him, obviously.
Because he likes peanut butter.
Oh my
That makes
God.
sense.
We love
See, that's why I would leave you alone. That's why I would leave you.
We do. And then I'll take Stefan so he can fuck me, and then I'll take.
Oh, dude.
Can you please not make me?
Yeah.
Can you let me die?
But I'm into Skippy, and everyone's against me because they like Jeff, so I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah, of course.
He's hit
Who's
the
your third?
Pam, so she can go fuck herself, obviously.
Oh, dude. Damn.
All right, my three. I've thought about this long and hard.
Really?
It's gonna
long
be
run.
Phil, Sean, and Chris. Phil, he's a good survivalist. As much as I give him shit, he knows what he's talking about.
Motherfucker just can't die.
Yeah, he raised you. He must have survived.
Yeah, this guy has a 5% chance of cancer to live past 5 years. 5% makes it past 5%. Dude, he's a fucking anomaly.
Yeah, he's a cockroach.
He's a cockroach. He is him and Keith Richards
Even a
are
weasel.
I would pick Sean because Sean's a man's man. He's an adult. Like, that's a man's man.
He built this.
And
Yeah,
you get lit
he's
science on the
handy and he
island.
can cook.
And then
Sean definitely goes.
I would take Chris because he's an island native. And if I ever wanted to race cars, he would find a way to build a car.
With coconuts.
Damn fool.
Okay, yeah.
Fueled by coconut water.
I mean, that's who I'm picking. I was going to pick Jeff, the Eagle Scout, but I was thinking, like, who do you think can survive an island longer, me or Jeff?
Jeff.
Okay, me. Wrong answer, Ice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's the 2% of me not working. That's why.
Well, I mean, it's not my fault you don't want to work.
Dude, I went. Didn't I not go to freaking Lowe's or Home Depot and get the wood
Oh, gee.
in my car?
Oh!
You went and
My
got wood.
bad, you got wood.
I couldn't even go get.
You got 2 10-foot
What did you want me
woods.
to do? Yeah, you got.
My
8.
bad, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you?
I didn't know
did you
that.
get
I
the
didn't
wrong
know that.
Did you get the wrong measurements of wood? Did you get 8 feet instead of 10? Like, oh, I fucked up. I got the wrong side
No,
of
we
wood.
changed it at the last minute, stupid ass. See, that's how much you don't pay attention, stupid.
I wasn't here for that.
You were here for
No, I
that.
was not.
You were too. You were paying
You act like
attention
you
to your
didn't
phone.
nothing. I didn't even go good.
Were you not on your phone
Wait, what?
the entire time?
Did I-
Showing me pictures, me and Sean pictures?
No, I wasn't showing pictures. What?
Check this out. This is back in 2018. Look how close we are to 2020.
You know what? Oh,
Deleting
you know what? I was actually on my phone because I was deleting memory. I was deleting memory so I could continue doing stuff on the like commercials and stuff because there was too much memory on it.
You couldn't do that when you got home? You had to come here when we were supposed to be working to work?
Did I not? Did you when you guys asked something? Did you like, hey, could you get this? Can you get that?
Can you
There
get the
was
wood? You goes like this. I guess. That's yeah.
No, I didn't.
That wasn't you?
No.
I guess.
When you said something, I jumped and I went to go get it. Like I don't know why you
No,
want to
no,
make a big
you're
old thing
like,
about it. I know it's funny for the show, but like I called Sean. Did I not call you in the morning? Like, hey, do you guys need help?
No.
Yeah.
You called you. Hey, does Chris want me to go work for him? That's what you said
Does
to him.
Chris?
Yes.
Does Chris want me to go work for him?
Yes.
I didn't say that.
Did Chris want me to go do the photo booth?
No, I didn't.
I swear to God, on your life.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
You're fucking dying, dude.
Okay,
Bon
today is Friday the
voyage.
13th.
Dang. You're fucking dying.
Sean, you're the one that had that phone call.
Dude, I don't even remember that phone call. I got the worst fucking memory of things. I just remember.
I called him.
No,
in the
you're just
morning.
trying to say face,
I
dude.
call him in
Stop
the
trying to
morning.
be a baby
I call
face,
him
bro.
in the morning and
Just
say,
be
hey,
real.
you guys need help? And you goes, yes. So I came over. I didn't have to come over. I didn't have to call him in the middle early in the morning and go, hey, do you guys need help?
Early in the morning, it was like 10:30.
It was like 9:30ish.
10:30.
Okay, 10:30.
Okay.
But I'm the one that called. So, I mean, I don't know. You want to make a big howdy to do about it, that's fine.
A howdy to do.
A howdy to do.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, get educated, my friends.
A howdy to do.
Yeah.
Who talks like that, dude? What are you, British or something?
You want some
It's
tea?
Australian.
Jack
It's
the Ripper?
Australian.
He's
I
trying
don't
to
think
appeal
so.
to us Australians, Danny.
Yeah, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Austin.
anyways,
Nice
dude.
howdy to do, mate.
We're just trying
I
to put
think
a
that
shrimp on the barbie.
UDLT radio is what we're going to.
I'm excited for
It's for Perth. Perth's #1 internet radio
I've been to
station.
Perth before. That place is dope.
Dope.
Yeah, is that a planet?
Yeah. It's
They,
Earth, but different
when you went there,
dimension.
did you try building something?
No, dude,
I don't
just
think
got
so. I
drunk
think
and
this is
hung
the
out
one.
with hot
I
chicks
think
all
this
day.
is the reason why they booted your ass out of the fucking Navy because you couldn't build shit.
He built this.
Oh, he built this. Okay, here we go.
Oh, my God.
Did you know? Did you know that we were going to put drywall up?
Did you know?
Yeah.
So why didn't you make it so that you can put one 2x4 for the drywall, and then right at the end, right in the center of the next 2x4, you put the next piece of.
Because I didn't have enough wood.
You did too, because I looked
No, I
behind
didn't.
there. If you took the one that's on the outside of there, and you could have moved them all over, and everything would have worked.
So
fine.
your whole thing is just squeeze all the wood together?
No, I didn't say squeeze all the wood together. Put them in exactly the right order, so that 16 inches, so that you can actually put the
Damn,
drywall
even
on
Chris
there,
is talking
and then
shit.
put another one, and then put the other drywall. There's two.
Yeah, and where
there's-
were you, Mr.
No.
Master Carpenter?
It doesn't matter where
Oh,
I
yeah,
was.
you were not
You're
fucking
the
here
one
is where you were.
Yeah, but
You know-
why didn't you do it?
You know who was here? Me.
Why couldn't you do it? Why did
You was
CBs
here.
why did the CBs kick your fucking ass out
Oh,
of there because
I
you
wasn't
couldn't
into
build
fucking
shit?
CBs.
You know who?
You said,
Hey,
you know who didn't
listen
work
here, Jesus
that day?
fucking Christ. All right?
Would you call
Master
me?
Carpenter Jesus Christ over
That's
here.
right, I am.
Where the fuck
I
are you?
know goddamn well I could have done
Hey,
that.
Tell him.
hey,
Not
it's
a
Jesus of
carpenter.
Nazareth
It
to you.
This was so fucking out of whack. I had to cut half the fucking tile.
Hey, watch out. Watch out, Jesus Christ. It's Friday the 13th.
Different. So
That was a fine howdy to
Why?
do.
Nothing was plumb. Nothing was level. Nothing was nothing.
Nothing was plum.
Yeah, the
Nothing
whole
was
thing
plumb.
was
Oh, I
fucked.
didn't realize you called a plumber.
Nothing was cherry.
Oh, gee, a plumber? I didn't say anything about a plumber.
You said nothing was plumbed.
Well, apparently they didn't teach you dick when you were in the fucking Navy, so you don't even know what the word plumb means.
Plumbing typically.
No,
means
I didn't say plumbing. I
What
said
did you say?
plumb.
Plum something. Construction,
Plum.
dude.
Plumb. It has to do with construction, straight up and down.
Well,
and
I'm not a
diag-
fucking
and all
construction
this
man,
shit.
all right?
Well, obviously that's true.
Yeah. Okay, Jesus.
I heard you.
I didn't say it.
Yes, you did. I heard you. I watched you sell him.
It's not me.
Okay, Judas.
You're
All right, Judas.
So,
That was a
when
good
you're
one.
building something, you got to put 16 inches and then make the next one 16 inches so that everything fucking fits together like a puzzle. You don't just throw shit together and expect it to fucking work. It's not going to work.
Hey, I was told to come build 3 walls. I wasn't told to build them to code. All right.
60
I
inches on
built
center.
three
I
Yeah,
mean, they are to code, right?
When you do something, don't you do it to the best of your ability and make sure that it works the best that you,
You know
can
what?
make it work?
I did it
and
to the
not
best that I
just
could
fucking
with the
throw a
amount
bunch
of
of
wood
shit
that I
up
had
there.
there, Jesus.
OSHA, yeah, OSHA. Sorry,
OSHA?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, OSHA. That's not fucking up to
That's
your,
not code
your
compliant.
HIPAA standards.
If I'm going to build something,
Oh,
I'm
go ahead and
going
write me a fine
to
there.
build it so that
can we get HR on the phone?
the best that it can possibly be,
Somebody
regardless.
fill a fucking clipboard and a hard
And if
hat.
I have to go out and spend my own money
white
to
one?
make sure that everything is right, that's what I would fucking do. Just to make sure it was right.
Did
so
you-
the-
did
so
you do
somebody
that?
doesn't look at me and say,
All right,
what
I'm
a
gonna-
fucking... who's
so
who's the asshole that built this fucking thing?
So it's a Monday, like 6:30, 7 o'clock, right? And I was like, oh, I'm starting to put things up, and he comes in, like trying to get, about to smoke some weed. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why didn't you get me, you idiot? He's not even nice about it. Like, he sees me carrying stuff in. You fucking dumbass. I was in the room. You could have come and got me. So he comes and starts doing it. The first 45 minutes of it is just him bitching about Sean. Sean did this. Look at Sean did this. And he's just measuring everything so he can take notes to tell you shit on Friday.
And then we did our like group meeting, and he's like, "Is that Sean, that little faggot, fucked up the walls?" Blah, blah, blah. And so I called him a cocksucker, and he got all mad about it.
And it's the first thing he
get
says.
mad.
Hey, guess who's here? The cocksucker on Friday.
No, because it nothing aggravates me more than somebody who's
Dude,
going to
Sean.
do something and just doesn't do it right, just doesn't care about it, just fucking
I
throws
cared
it up
about
there
it.
and just
I was
gives
here
a shit.
doing it.
You know
Where
what
were
I-
you?
You know what I'm
It doesn't
saying?
matter where I was. I wasn't the one doing it. You were the one doing it.
Yeah, but you were the one
Yeah,
not
but
doing
you should
it.
know that if you're going to put up,
You're the one
4-foot
not
wide
doing it, but
drywall,
talking all kinds of shit
you have
there,
to put
OSHA.
16 inches on center, and you know you should fucking know that. But that's why they kicked you out of the Navy. because
But
you
I
didn't
asked
do
for
shit.
more 2x4s, and I had.
No, you wouldn't have needed more 2x4s. I can go
order
back there
report.
right now and rip out 2x4s, and there'll still be a bunch left over that you wouldn't even have needed.
All right, here we
Order
go.
in the
Show
court.
motherfucking vote.
What
Okay.
up?
Hey, now that we know how this stage was created, and now we know some stories behind this whole week,
It wasn't by the OSHA ferry.
if if you had to pick one person to die in the plane crash and everyone else survives, and that one person is the one that is least likely to help out on an island, who are we picking to die? Go ahead, Pat.
Myself.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Just gotta throw yourself on
really
the-
self-deprecating.
Yeah.
And it's real nice.
Confidence is always good.
Stefan, who are you picking?
Maybe Isaac. And I'm only saying that because we're talking about building stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he does a lot
Surviving.
for the show. He does all those commercials. He does a lot of stuff, but I get it.
But that's not going to do any
He doesn't
good
want
on
to
an
bang no
island.
hammers.
It's not gonna help us build the shacks that we
it's
need
not.
for shelter and stuff. The pig pits so we can catch food.
Chris, who are you picking? For the person that you want to die on the island when we're going to Australia. Only one person has to die.
You were going to say Ansel, weren't you?
That's Pam. Ansel's
Ansel's
not
not
here.
on the show.
Pop-
Get him a mic.
Yeah, Pam's got to go, man.
It's Pam for you. Who are you picking?
Oh, Pam.
What the hell?
I forgot
She
about
ain't worth
Pam.
a shit.
Can
I
I
mean-
redeep my vote?
I'm gonna
he does more than she does. So
I'm gonna help out Pat here and say Pat.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Who are you picking?
Mr. fucking 16-inch OSHA Jesus.
good. Then you won't get anything built right, and then everything will fall down as soon as the wind blows. So
I guess
there you go.
Well, you won't see because you'll be dead.
You're right. Because I wouldn't want to see it because it would piss me off too much to see.
I'm just gonna have to hear Tim.
Bunch of
the whole time,
fucking
like,
ramshackle
God, would
shit.
be rolling over in his grave right now if he saw you not putting 16 inches like that.
All right, because I wouldn't. The real life. I'm just. I don't want to deal with Isaac. Like, hey, Isaac, can you help out, please? Oh yeah, man.
I don't know. He's on one, dude. I don't know what is.
You're sick. Yeah, you're sick in the head, dude.
On one.
All right, I'll pick Pat too.
Sweet.
He just wanted to get his lap jab, and okay, he's done. All right, let's pick Pat.
All right, well, let's move on to the next thing, and the next thing is. All right, it's pretty embarrassing.
Oh, gee, come on, just tell us.
All right, so.
She caught you doing what?
Is it as embarrassing as those 3 walls? Am I right, Phil? Am I right?
Dude, Sean, you did a good job, dude. It's
Thank
up
you.
there.
I
It
think
works.
so.
We're
I
there.
appreciate it. You
It
know,
works
I tried.
because I
Sometimes
made it
break
work.
things,
That's
sometimes
why it
works.
Walls go up. I don't know.
So, for the past 5 weeks, I've had. How do you say this?
Just say it, dude.
No.
What?
I don't know the proper nomenclature.
Morning wood.
No.
No,
The opposite.
Yeah, I don't even think
close,
you used.
but-
ED.
You didn't even use that word right.
Do I say that word or do I
Nomenclature.
No, you need to kind of.
clean that up?
No, I mean you can say that. I don't
What?
care.
Sphincter fissure?
No, I've had an itchy butthole.
There it is. Sphincter fissure. That's exactly
That's
it.
exactly the terminology.
How did you?
there
How did you
there-
get
I
it?
dropped out of med school, bro. Right away.
All right, so what happened?
Confucius say, "Men who go to bed with itchy butt wake up with stinky finger." Did you do that?
Okay, Confucius.
I think that was. I think.
Confucius.
I think that was
The
confused.
man of many faces.
Yes.
I think that was confused. Shush. What? So, wait. So what's going on? You have an itchy butthole?
And when I mean itchy butthole, for weeks, itchy butthole.
Oh, you need to use a bidet.
Okay, hold on.
Either that
That's
or
a drinking fountain.
Get
of
checked
fire.
for-
I already went to the doctor.
get checked for worms.
You went to the doctor before getting a bidet, you asshole.
So-
What's wrong with you?
So I was like, you can look back on the old shows, and I'm going like this, and it's because I'm itching my butthole, like I'm spreading it open, and like jolting it.
That's
so
why that smell comes in like about 9:30.
it goes like this. So what happened is, for weeks, I'm just having this itchy butthole, and I'm like, whoa, I don't know what to do. So I'm like, maybe by week 3. I thought it was because I was going to the sauna too much, and I thought the sweat rolling down my back is. So that's what I'm thinking.
So you're cracking the bone.
At this
Quite the
point, it is
imagination.
ridiculous. It's beyond control. Like I'm constantly like, and when I'm in the shower, I'm itching the shit
Is
out
it
of my
a dry or
butthole.
wet itch? Sorry. Was it a dry or a wet itch?
Dry itch.
It's a dry itch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm there.
Pat's getting really too into this conversation.
He's like,
I
man.
just
he's
want to
like
hear
this.
more about the diaper rash.
He's like, I had a itchy butthole since I was 13. This is crazy.
So I go. I was like, I go online. I'm looking it up, and it says it could be this, could be this. Every single article I read, guess what the final result is?
AIDS.
No, bro, not AIDS.
Herpes.
No, not herpes either. What are you talking about? No one's licking my butthole, dude.
An ingrown hair from shaving too much.
No, that's not it either.
Do you have hair though there?
Yeah, I'm fairly hairy. Yeah,
Can we see?
no,
Can you show Pat?
no.
How many lives does the starfish have?
Stop it.
I want to count the spokes.
No,
Seriously, 7?
no.
13.
Stop. It says cancer. It says I have
cancer?
prostate cancer.
Oh, prostate.
So now I'm up till 2:00 in the morning every night.
Yeah, but
Masturbate
thinking I have prostate cancer.
Your
You gotta drink
prostate's
that pomegranate juice.
your prostate's way inside though. So if you're getting a surface scratch, how are you like?
Yeah,
no,
that
it's
makes sense.
inside butthole scratch.
When, like,
Itch.
Yeah, those are called hemorrhoids, bro.
yeah.
There's a cream for it. People have it.
Preparation.
So I go to the doctor.
What happened to preparation?
You went to a
H
doctor
or
for a
G?
hemorrhoid?
Yeah, that one.
I didn't know what it was.
And you showed Alana, you're all, can you check this?
No.
Is something going on right here?
Didn't tell her about it.
Doctor, can you check my butthole?
If she's listening right now, this is the first of her knowing it. So I go back to the fucking Shawshank, right? Go back to Kaiser, where I pay $35, $45, or $70 each freaking station I
I
go
know
to.
girls who look at your butthole for a lot cheaper than that. dude.
Yeah.
I go inside one of these rooms. The doctor tells me to pull down my pants. I pull down my pants, shut up, Pat.
He's getting hard over there.
Yeah.
buddy.
He's on his
Pat,
dead blood. It's all-
Pat, don't stand up in the next 5
He needs
minutes.
a blanket.
Okay.
I cover my penis. I don't want him to see it. You know what I
Why?
mean?
He's seen penises before.
Don't
He
want
hasn't seen really small ones though.
don't want this Indian
don't
man
want
seeing my
anybody to
penis.
laugh.
So I'm covering my penis, and he tells me to bend over. I'm like, what the fuck? He's putting my back. He's pushing down as I'm against the table. And he keeps on pushing it. He puts his finger in my butt to feel my prostate. And I clench on his finger. You know those Iranian dudes with those big old sausage fingers?
Iranian dude.
Was it wearing a ring?
Is it a doctor or an Iranian dude?
He's a doctor. He's an Iranian. The
You said
doctor's
he was
Iranian.
Indian before.
Indian, Iranian,
Whatever.
He
same
just had big
region.
hands.
Okay.
big, thick
Sausage
sausage fingers.
See, that's
You
why.
picked him.
That's why I have a Filipino doctor. She's only this big. She's got
Exactly.
really tiny fingers.
Well, when I was going through the list, I was thinking Jewish or Indian, and I picked the Indian guy.
And he's Iranian instead.
Yeah, Iranian, the same thing.
With hairy knuckles and stuff.
So he ends up telling me, he was like, you just have an enlarged prostate right now. I'm like, oh, shit. Well, and then I was like, well.
Did he milk it?
No. He was like, do you. I tell him, is it possible, if I do Kegels, will that cause it? And he was like,
Wait, you're doing Kegels?
yes,
With his
Isaac.
butt.
So, all right, and let me. All right.
Wait, what do you
Why
do,
how are
Kegels?
you just fast forward Kegels?
In
This
my
is like an
all right, hold on.
AGS.
In my house,
In your defense?
we don't have sex regularly. So
Okay.
I remember one time I texted, like, coincidentally 5 weeks ago, I texted Alana. I was like, "Hey, do you think you can give me a hug tonight with your mouth on my penis?" And then she was like, "LOL, yeah." So I'm like, "Hell yeah!" So that whole day, that was like at 10 o'clock. I'm constantly squeezing my butthole together, like just getting prepared. Like my dick is gonna be fucking phenomenal for tonight's sex. So
Why are you squeezing your butthole?
Butthole.
It's
How-
Kegels, man.
I thought women only did Kegels.
What the hell?
Squeezing
Is
your
that,
your
am I
prostate.
confused?
Are we
Does
all
like the tongue and
do I
finger
not know
come
that?
into
Hang
the
on.
butthole?
This
Like,
is
Hang
the
on.
doctor.
Are all of us having sex wrong, or are you having sex wrong? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
You know
man.
what I mean?
No. Well, how the hell am I having sex wrong?
you have the sex.
You're the
it
only
is
guy in
wrong.
here that does Kegels.
Clenching their buttholes?
You're thinking about a mouth hug and you're clenching your
Does
butthole.
honestly, in real life, in real goddamn life, does no one know what I'm talking about? Not
Like-
show gimmick. I'm just dead serious.
No, I don't clench my butt cheeks together. But
It's
there's
not.
like,
It
but
makes you
there's that
shoot harder.
exercise
If
where you
anything.
flex your taint almost.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
that
what
one?
I'm talking about.
Okay, so
Oh,
you're
that's
flexing your
different.
taint. Yeah, that's not.
Okay, well,
That's not clenching your butthole.
Yeah, it's totally different.
All right, so the
Because
doctor.
I was doing
I'm
it
sitting
around
there
like,
like,
wait, why are you
eh,
flexing your
how does that
asshole?
help? And
And
I'm
so
like,
does that help you?
Well,
Plus
it makes
loads?
me have a real
Ropey.
larger load, and it makes me feel more accomplished when I'm done.
Right.
As well,
Is it frothy?
frothy, yes,
You look at it, right?
yes.
Come on.
Well, yeah, who
Of
does
course.
it?
So you've been
I
doing,
don't.
you've been doing this
It's
for a
one of
while.
my favorite things I do.
You're doing this for a while then.
Yeah, and it helps me last longer.
Pat earmuffs.
And,
You
and,
should
it,
have went like this.
and it helps me with a stiff penis.
Yeah, right.
You mean that blue pill you take helps you with that?
Don't take those pills.
All right, so let's get back to Dr. Kegels with his finger up your butt.
So this guy puts his finger in my butt, right?
And he says, "Good grip."
He was like, "Oh," and then he says, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's just an enlarged prostate. He gives me this itinerary of things that I should eat, and not eat, and body. Whatever. That's cool. Got it. I'm okay with it." We end up doing what we do. I leave. I end up leaving the doctor's office. The next day in the shower, I'm noticing that I have like. Have you ever went poop and then it feels like nuts are coming out in your poop,
Well, it depends. If
Not
you,
really,
if
but
you,
okay.
If you eat Skippy, probably, yeah.
and then it feels like, and sometimes it cuts your butthole,
Maybe.
and that's what it felt like. And I think that guy,
He put something up there.
no, he was too rough.
Did he not lube?
Yeah, he had some sort of lube, but it was
spit
too
on it.
rough.
Did he have gloves on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gloves
It
on.
always feels rough.
Yeah,
your first
sandwich
time.
gloves? He was trying to make
Stop
a sandwich?
it, Pat. Jesus fuck. What?
So he has gloves, he had lube, and he put
Yeah.
it up your butt. Bungle.
Yes.
Which finger?
Finger.
his nails.
At that point, it didn't matter because it's probably all the same size.
Was he wearing a ring and were his nails cut?
I don't know. He had
Maybe
his. I didn't pay attention to
maybe
that.
he
He had,
scratched you with his
he had
nail.
his glove on,
Maybe
So-
and he had lube.
So the next day after the visit, you have a odd
stinging.
Peanut butter
Like-
chunkiness out the
No,
eye.
it
the
feels like
flow.
it got crushed. It got scratched. My butthole.
Did you actually maybe scratch yourself at night? Maybe.
Yeah, really. When
No.
you were sleeping, you're trying to
I mean, you're
itch. You might have
scratched-
scratched
Did he
it.
find the itch spot?
I didn't. He like sort of pressed down on it, sort of like some sort of relief.
He found the P spot then.
Oh, you found your prostate.
Yeah, he was trying to check
He
it,
said it was enlarged.
Yeah. So.
but it wasn't abnormal. It wasn't hard then.
No,
If it gets hard, then it's a sign of cancer.
no, we're good.
so
He
you're
just said it
good.
was just enlarged.
So then, what's the problem?
I'm just saying they got fingered by a doctor.
Well, what? Yeah, but what are you?
That's not.
You got fingers?
Here's the
Oh,
story.
wow.
What about your itchy asshole?
Yeah. Well, how did
It just went away.
Are you still? What? It just.
How did?
So
No,
he
I'll
paid
say-
$35 for some guy to put
70.
his finger in his $70 to put
done
his
it for
finger in
free.
your
He
would've
butthole.
done it
And
for
then I had to
nothing.
pay another $70 for fucking blood work.
Wait.
Dude, Pat was right here for you.
So this guy solved your itchy butthole by sticking his Iranian finger
Sausage
in your
finger.
ass.
Harry.
No, because for the
Hey,
3
they don't
days
like us
after it
anyways,
hurt.
so you know.
3 days after, it felt like it
Sounds
was
good to me.
ripped, and then after that, it went away.
So,
So-
when you took a dump, did it really hurt?
No. See
It
what?
burned when
so-
I took it up.
So you came, and then after
I
that,
didn't come.
you didn't have sex that day.
No.
So you didn't.
Oh,
have a-
that the first when I was preparing.
Kegel, yeah.
The 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it went away.
5 weeks ago?
No, it wasn't even there yet.
Oh, you weren't building up to it yet.
Yeah. So maybe 3 days after that, that's when it.
So the doctor's standing behind you, finger in your butt,
With his hand on my back,
and then he goes,
pushing me.
"Fucking magic, huh?"
Yeah.
It's not funny.
Wait.
It's
So
a procedure. It's a normal procedure.
and so from that moment to now, your asshole has not been itchy.
Right.
Dude, get a bidet.
Yeah.
You know, he stuck his finger up there, and then whatever residue little rock that was itching you, it fucking came out of his finger. You looked at his glove, saw a little rosebud, and then you were fine after that. Go get a bidet and clean your asshole.
I have a bidet, and I don't want to use it because I don't like water on my butt.
But you like Iranian guys' fingers in your ass? Go figure it out.
Well, or if I poop probably once or twice a day. So what do you want me to do? Bidet my butt?
Yes.
Every time.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Dude, a bidet
That's
is
what
amazing.
bidet is
Put
for.
You let
A
the
bidet is
water.
amazing.
You let the water go into the cavity.
Yeah.
Literally swoosh in and out of your fucking system. You stop the bidet. You sit there for like 2 seconds. Squeeze. A whole extra dump
Chunk.
comes out.
Yeah, dude.
With a
We need,
bunch
like,
of
a
little
cartoon
tiny
diagram of-
swirlies.
Yeah.
on this.
And then
Jeff,
you
when
get
you're watching this,
you get the
gotta put a
toilet
diagram
paper.
somewhere.
Tap your wet taint till it's like damp.
Yeah.
And you put underwater on, go, and you feel fucking great. Like your
Yep.
legs
It is
feel
pretty
good.
amazing.
Dude, I'm not kidding you. When you use a bidet and you clear out, when you do that second shit, you'll be like, I cannot believe this wasn't an option my entire life.
Your underwear will say
You have no more.
I haven't opened
Those-
it yet.
skid
Yeah,
marks.
I have a bidet upstairs. I just haven't used it.
You have no more skid marks. You have no more itchy asshole. And like times that like you really do still have like
don't
shitting
even-
problems, you'll realize, oh, it's because I had like a shitload of cake
Yeah.
and frosting yesterday. That's why I'm having a trouble time
Dude,
pooping.
thank you for taking
Yeah.
us on that journey.
Yeah,
That
dude.
is-
And you save a lot of
yeah.
toilet paper.
Dude, I'm telling you, the bidet thing, like, yeah, I use it as a bit. No, it's fucking real life changing.
Well, it is. You know, I install at least one of them a day for those old folks over there at the.
See, they know what's up. They don't use the fucking Depends. They fucking have bidets, bro.
What you do too, Chris?
See?
What about you? You have all kinds of problems.
I do, but that's why I have a bidet.
the
do you-
bidet
do you
fixes
really
a
have one
bunch.
now?
I have one a bidet. Yeah. When I was dating Sasha, she had a bidet. Oh yeah, I don't have a. I have an Amazon one. I don't have one to buy. But when I was dating Sasha, she had one, and I was like, oh shit, there's a bidet. And she goes, dude, yeah, it's fucking amazing. So then I went one time in there, fucking put the bidet on. Like I didn't even know it was on full blast. It shot in there, and I go, oh. And then I felt chunks coming out. Like it was amazing. And I came out, I looked at it, I was like, oh, what the fuck? That shit was amazing.
What is it called? Excavating? The water goes in there and excavates.
Yeah.
I think it's spelunking.
Yeah, spelunking. It's great.
The seat has a warmer.
Nice little
How much you spend for it, Chris?
conversation going on.
No, he's just describing a Japanese bidet.
Yeah, Japanese.
How much better it is than just the.
What happened? You told me a story. Do you want to talk about it on air?
You can talk about it. Yeah.
You tell me. Tell the story.
Well, I didn't. So similar situation happened to you. I was having like weird. I was having bowel movements and there was blood in them, and I was like, "What the fuck is happening?"
She found Phil's weak spot
Damn,
apparently.
they also have to
well.
go masturbate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
blood.
you go right in the bidet
Speaking
for a
of
minute.
blood,
He's gonna go wipe his ass.
Speaking of bloody shit.
so I was having like, and I was getting scared because the same thing that happens to you, like you go online and you're thinking like, "What the fuck," right? And I was like, and the worst case scenario is like, dude, I fucking have cancer. Like I know I have fucking cancer.
If there's blood, yeah.
And I was thinking I had cancer. So what happened was I was talking to one of my friends, and then I was telling him, dude, like my best friend Ty, I was like, man, dude, like, can I tell you something? Because I can't really talk to you guys because you guys are taking all kind of shit about it. And I was talking to my friend. He goes, dude, you have fucking hemorrhoids. And I was like, is that what it was? And it made sense because when I was dating this chick, I was having like problems pooping, and like there was a block, there was like a big ass hemorrhoid that was preventing me to like, it was super uncomfortable, and I had her pop it. She was dope. That girl was like to this day, like I respect the shit out of her because of that, because like she was like open my butthole.
She what?
She popped my fucking hemorrhoid. 'Cause
Not
she-
supposed to
open
pop
your
your
butthole
hemorrhoids.
and
That's a
pop your
blood
hemorrhoid?
vessel. You could bleed out and die.
Hold on, real fast.
I got lucky.
Who else has had hemorrhoids before?
Everybody.
Yeah.
I haven't had them.
I'm sure I've had it, but I never had to go get it checked out, and it's never been a problem.
Have you popped a hemorrhoid?
No, you're not supposed to pop it or let it bleed because it's a blood vessel, and if it's
And
big
it's
enough,
next-
you could die. You
and
could
it's-
bleed out.
I didn't know that, but
And
it
it
was.
won't heal.
I was so scared. I didn't want to go to a doctor, so I got an X-Acto knife, and I go, hey, I need you to just don't. I just need you to pop it. Don't
Dude,
make
don't
it.
do that.
it
Dude.
might-
I know that now, but I mean, but don't. Just need to pop it because I need you to release the fucking blood because it was so uncomfortable. Like I was like, you know how you do the itchy thing? It was just like so. I couldn't like sit down.
That's why they have preparation H. Gets rid of it immediately.
So I
Leaves a
did
little
that.
blow up, don't it?
But
So you
here's
can
the
sit
thing,
on.
though. Like when I went to the doctor, it's like, dude, your eating habits. Because that was when I was fatter. That was like that's the doctor was saying like, dude, what are you eating? Because like you're this, but like this is why you're gaining so much. So I changed the eating habit when I started doing keto and then all that. And my buddy's like, yeah, if once you start changing your eating habits, you're gonna start. You won't have as much flare-ups. But that shit was fucking the scariest shit in my life. That shit, I was like so scared. I was so scared to even want to go.
What came out of the when you popped it?
Just blood. She's like, dude, she
blood
was so
vessel.
she was so cool, calm, and collected about it because she had like a towel and she goes, don't look down, don't look. And it was just like I felt it. I felt an instant release.
So how do you do it? Are you on all fours?
no, I'm like spread eagle. It was really
So
uncomfortable.
she put your legs back?
yeah.
Isn't that what Jesse?
Now we have to see it.
Isn't that what Jesse used to
It
do
was like you know
to
how like,
dogs?
you get pap smears and shit like that. I felt
I
like I
don't
was
know.
getting like a
Yeah.
patch smear. It was so weird because I was like all like that, and then like
An
That's
ash
smear.
He was getting an ash smear.
I was getting an ash
That's
smear.
so like demasculating.
Like, I don't give a fuck because I didn't want to go to a doctor. I'd rather have that than gone to a doctor and do it.
So not only can you like bleed out, right? But
Yep.
you have a bunch of fecal matter
I know,
around that blood vessel.
Yeah.
So it's
I
like
took a shower.
infection.
No.
You don't want-
No. I made sure, like, I knew it was gonna happen, so like I told her, hey, I'm gonna go take a shower real quick, and she's in it. She's thinking like, okay, I'm getting digged down, right? And I want to go take a shower. And I go, hey,
can you pop my ass?
I go, hey, you know what? And I told her, I broke it down like, hey man, like I'm really scared. I don't want to go to a doctor.
I really
No, how
want to
do you
dick you
do
down
it?
right
Do you
now.
sit
but-
her down?
Yeah.
Give me a picture. Like where in your place is it happening? Are you sitting her down?
So
Are
where
you
am I
guys
be-
sitting at
so
the
where
foot
am
of
I-
the bed?
so-
Where in the relationship first? Where in the relationship? Is this like first month, second month?
It's like 2 months in.
Okay.
So like we're 2 months in, and like she's come over.
She doesn't run either.
Happy anniversary, baby.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
she's there. We had cooked her dinner or whatever, and she came over, and I go, hey, I'm gonna go take a shower real quick, and we gotta talk afterwards. Nothing bad. I just have something that we need to talk about. She goes, cool. So she's watching something. I go take a shower. I make sure I go in there and fucking,
Get it real cleaned
All
up.
polished.
fucking squeaky clean. But
You know you were gonna ask her?
oh yeah. But
Oh,
also,
man.
also because it hurts, so I can't really go in there like super clean. I'm just like trying to get as clean as I can.
Do you
Because
shave at all?
No.
No.
I mean, in front, yeah. In the back there, it's, no.
There.
So like I went and then we sat down and I come in my boxers and I have my towel on. She's thinking like, all right, she starts undressing, right? And I go, oh, before we do all that, like, hold on.
You're not gonna want it.
Yeah. So we sit down. She goes, wrong. I'm like, hey man, like, so I didn't want to go to the doctor. She goes, what's wrong? And I was like, well, I've been like bleeding, I've been bleeding blood. And she's like, what?
Wait a minute, why do you tell somebody that you've only
You make me
known
bleed
2
my
months
blood.
No, you've
about
known
this
her
kind
longer.
of shit?
No, we were dating for 2 months. We've known each other longer than that. So I tell her, she goes, well, can I see it? And I was like,
Yes.
and I was like, that was so yeah. So that
I
was
want you
like,
to see it.
that was like, okay, cool. Like I go, but like I don't want you to talk about it to the people. Like I don't want to talk to you. Like we know the same people, and like I don't want you to talk.
Facebook Live.
Yeah, I don't need you to talk to. Like I don't need you to fucking.
Hold
Need a
on.
flashlight.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
You know,
I'm here with Isaac.
why is the flashlight on?
Yeah.
And so then she goes, no. She's like, no, we're cool, right? And I'm like, all right, cool. So then I show her, and she goes, oh my god. And she's like, what do you do about it? So then I go to my drawer and I bust out like bandages and fucking like a fucking what is it? What's the not gauze? And then I have an X-Acto knife and alcohol, and I go, I need you to pop it.
It was a box cutter.
Did she think you were like chewing bubble gum or something and just swallowed it, and that's why it was coming out like that? It's
I
all
don't
big
know
old
what she
bubble.
thought. She goes, you really want me to do this? And I go, yeah. I just need you. I don't need you to insert it. I just need you to poke it, and just. I need you to release that blood. I can't because it was getting really. It was almost turning into a golf ball. How big it was getting.
Dude,
Show me with your hand how big it is.
Probably like that big.
That's when you should have gone to the doctor, not ask your girlfriend to fucking stick a needle in
But
it.
she,
No, that's
but she did.
ridiculous.
We heated the needle up, disinfected it, put fucking alcohol in it, and I go, "You ready?" I go, "Yeah." We had a towel and the gauze and everything, and right when she busted the thing, oh, it felt so much better. And then she like tried to put like cream and a fucking bandage over my. It was weird because she tried to put a bandage over it. We put it was because it's asshole, like, you know, it's like this is my anal sphincter right here, and then the ball's like over here, like on the top left, right? So she's like, I don't know how we're gonna put a band-aid on this, and I was like, and I put a bunch of like
Next
toilet
time,
paper.
use a tampon.
I know I should have. Sometimes that's what I call it. Sometimes kidding with my friends, I go, I have my period, because it's like I'll be like, oh, I feel that because I get all swampy, and I go, oh, I have that's that time. So she did it, and it was just, and she goes, don't look down. And I go, okay, cool. And then I was like, but I'm not scared of blood, so I don't give a fuck. So I looked down, and there was a lot of blood, like a lot of blood. And then like it stopped, and then she's like, do you still want to fuck? I go, oh yeah, sure. And then we fucked, and then that's it.
Then you broke up with her? You know, I gotta talk to you. I mean, you're totally into this. Like,
Thanks for popping my
Yeah, thanks for
ass.
popping my thing.
it's not gonna work out. Get out.
We'll see you on the other side. Yeah.
Kind of gross.
And that's like a marriage girl right there.
Yeah, it sucked that it didn't work out the way it worked out because of that moment. I was thinking I would always respect her for that moment because she's never talked about it. I never was gonna bring it up on the show, but when you were talking about this, I go, you know what? Times pass, and maybe someone out there can use this information because dudes within the dudes community, like, we don't really like to talk about kind of shit like that. You know what I mean? Because we'll get really like insecure and feel like, oh, and we don't want to go doctors. But that shit's not a joke. If you have some shit down there, you need to go get that shit checked out. Or talk to dudes and be like, hey, can I talk to you? Because the guy's going to talk to you and be like, oh, man, I don't know. But maybe you, like my best friend, like, he was like, yeah, dude, it's like hemorrhoids. You go get that checked out. So go get that checked out, man.
Yeah, I got
just
mine
call-
checked out. I just got an inflamed prostate.
Yeah,
Just
I get mine all the
Isaac
time.
and get the
It's great.
number of that back door, the back alley fucking
Sean, do you?
ass puncher. What?
Do you
Do I get what?
hemorrhoids?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I get an itchy asshole every now and then, but
It's, you know what I found out? It's more like minorities.
so don't pick the Iranian guy. Is what you're saying?
Minorities? Yeah, I would have went with the Jewish.
He's got big
Okay.
sausage fingers. You don't want that up there.
I should. I didn't even think about it. I mean, when how many times do you get your finger, someone's finger in your butthole?
All the time.
Not
From a
enough.
doctor?
Yeah, he knows.
Every Thursday night, baby.
Pat, don't really answer the question, damn it.
All right, this is No Cover presents the Red Light District Show, and we will be right back with our very special guest, Patti Negri. After this, and welcome back to No Cover presents the Red Light District Show. How are you? Thank you guys for tuning back in. We are having some live streaming buffering issues. Hopefully that's going to be resolved by the next time you see us. But for those that are watching at home, this will also be available as on Sunday. Hopefully even Saturday, just depends. And it'll be available without interruptions, without anything. So bear with us. Thank you. And I want to welcome my favorite guest that I've ever had in this studio.
Wow.
And we've had some doozies in here. We've had some amazing people. But Patti, you are my favorite.
Wow, I have a lot to live up to. Great, thanks. Well, thank you. I am honored. You guys are great. Happy to be back.
Well, welcome. Let's welcome her. All
right. Thank you. Happy Friday the 13th.
Happy Friday the 13th, yeah.
I remember you brought up Friday the 13th in our last interview. And you said that there's power behind certain things. Power behind black cats. Power behind Friday the 13th. Power behind the number 6. Power behind the number 7. What is the power behind 13?
Well, the power behind 13 is that so many people think it's a bad luck number. Like 13, Friday the 13th. There's no 13th floor in hotels and all this silly stuff. We've given it power. And what the secret sort of is anything that people say is bad luck is probably just powerful. And then people, to control people, they don't want you to have power, so they say it's bad. Like black cats, 13, horseshoes upside down, breaking a mirror. Stuff like that. So 13 itself is, it goes back to biblical, to 13 people at the Last Supper, the Knights of Templar, 13, everybody gets killed. So it's got a lot of bad connotations, but it's also got beautiful. A perfect seance is 13. A perfect coven is 13. Lots of magical things to it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I literally went through our interview and I've gotten so many more questions
really
based off of the last conversation that we had.
Okay.
The first one is, you had mentioned in your interview that your first seance was between the ages of 7 and 8 years old. And I, for some reason, just let that zip over my head. What exactly are you doing specifically? I want to know what table you're using, what kind of any kind of things that are on the table. Like, what are you using and how are you doing that at a 7-year-old?
Well, I didn't have Stefan and all his fancy equipment at the time. 2 little kids going, no, I was just because I was really so obsessed with the dead, not in a dark or morbid way, but I talked to him all the time, and I don't even know if I really knew what a seance was, and I'm just like, I have to do whatever I thought was a seance. So I didn't have any equipment. I didn't have a table. I went in my hallway in my little suburban Long Beach house. I went in the hallway where there was no windows and lights, as hallways don't. I stuffed towels under the door so there could be absolutely black. And then I really realized I didn't know any dead people. I'm like, well, who do I know at 7? Marilyn Monroe. And I just started naming all the people I knew that were dead. And I think I came up with my first chant or sound or something like that. I was with my best friend, Sherry Jones, from birth. We grew up next door to each other. And all of a sudden, my little windowless, lightless hallway filled with orbs and lights and shadows and all this stuff. And as we jump up and go screaming out, I was really jumping up and down going, this is real and this is controllable. We can lift it and shut it. And then I spent my whole life learning what that meant and figuring it out.
Is that you and Sherry Jones?
No, Sherry Jones gave up on it years ago. Okay. I think that day. I don't,
Is that first one? Is that with Sherry?
That first one was with Sherry Jones.
And were you guys able to talk to somebody? And if you were, are you like immediately like, oh shit, we gotta go?
No, I think we even left before we talked. It was like a discotheque light show. In, again, a room with no lights, with no windows. It became wild. She honestly never did anything like that with me again. I scare people away sometimes, a few people here and there. But again, to me, it was just like, wow, this is pretty cool.
And
that's it.
And it definitely was. So you, like when you're younger, you know, this is why I told my son, I was like, when you're younger, you have special abilities. And somehow throughout your journey through life, you either forget, you don't have those same abilities that you once did, and you sort of just develop without that sense inside.
What I think it is it almost, I do think kids have that gift, because I talk very much left brain, right brain. Your left reasoning, rational, logical brain. It gets us through life. It has nothing to do with talking to spirits or the dead or your spirituality or your artistry or your music. I mean, you have to dance with music, but our modern Western society gets rid of the mystical of everything. We are totally not mystical. Even our religion, it's everything has to be like logic based, and we took art out of schools. That helps your psychic side. And they just get it, oh, that's your imaginary friend. Not necessarily. So they just lost the mystery. They lost the mystique. So, it got mundane and got really boring. And we got a lot more boring. And now when things are crazy, like with pandemics and worldwide, and people are in fear and don't know what's going on, they're looking for answers outside. So a lot of people are rediscovering. Sometimes maybe they're born with belief system isn't keeping up with them, or their religion isn't keeping up with what's going on in the world or with science. So they're looking for outside spirituality. And those who don't want outside spirituality, they're just becoming paranormal investigators. I mean, some of us have, you have both, a lot of people have. But it's so interesting to me, people who go, I want mysticism, I want the mystery, I want the romance of, there's something more than this. There's something more than, just that black and white world. So, but if they don't want, magic or mystery, they discover paranormal investigation, which is great because they still have, there's something beyond this little mundane gravity-filled world. A lot of them then will discover, what is going on here? What are these spirits I'm seeing? And then they do start looking into spirituality or metaphysics or occult sciences or religion in many forms.
So when you're there and you're 8 years old with Sherry Jones and you're seeing these orbs and lights and it's like a fire show and you guys are getting freaked out. Yeah. Do you think that it is because of how close you are or how special you are as a, obviously there's something special about you that you can really lift the veil and that was just your raw energy that's sending this into whatever?
Yeah, I think, again, I do think we're all born with it, and I do think you can develop it, but of differing degrees. Like, everybody can take piano lessons, not everybody can become a concert pianist. I took piano lessons, I can, go music, but you will never put me on stage with a piano. We can develop it, but I do think I think I got it from both sides of my family. My mom, luckily, again, didn't get taught about it. Oh, yeah, Grandma could do that. She's talking to, oh, yeah, Grandma could do that. So it was not a weird thing, or it wasn't like, oh, gosh, she's of the devil or anything bad. And where my dad came from Turkey, I think I've got all these Middle Eastern mystical thing from his side and this like kind of Celtic, Irish, English thing from my mom's side. And then I'm all mixed up. I got it all, and nobody taught it out of me.
Were you ever able to speak with your grandmother about her abilities?
Never, because she was gone before I was there, and again, that kind of just left them all. No one ever talked about it or anything. We were raised without any kind of belief system or any kind of spirituality, which made me a blank slate, which was really good. Not like, ooh, you're evil or that's the devil or anything like that. But my grandfather was this very famous psychoanalyst, very Freudian, very academic, studied religion, but from an atheist, nothing is real perspective. So we never had the word God or spirit. It was like, I thought it had to be a dirty word, but this gift I have, and I see energy. I would drive by a church or a temple or a mosque or a synagogue or a park, and I'd see the energy. I'm like, I want to go there. But I was afraid to ask because these weird religion thing, we didn't do that. So I think
it's like walking by. It's like driving by Magic Mountain.
Yes, you go.
And you're like, oh, I want to go on those roller coasters.
Yeah, I want to go on those roller coasters, but we just didn't do that. I didn't really know why, and I think I was 13 before I got brave enough.
13,
I wanted.
yeah.
13. I didn't even think of
Was
that.
it a Friday?
Probably.
Let's just say, for the sake of the story, let's say it was a Friday.
Oh my God, that's hysterical! Thank you for that. No, and this was a long time ago. In the big Jesus people, and there was, the kind of the hippie rock and roll surfer Jesus people, evangelicals. And there was some really cute Christian rock band that was playing at a church. And I just wanted to go see the boys in the Christian rock band. So I got really brave to go ask my mom if I could go to church. I mean, I honestly would have felt more comfortable. Can I go to orgy? Can I go to a rave? Can I go to but can I go to church? And when my mom just go, yeah, you could do whatever you want. I could do whatever I want. I became a seeker. I started going to church. I went to that church. That didn't work for me. Okay, I'm going to try. Okay, I'm a Jewish priest. Okay, that didn't work for me. Buddhism. That didn't work for me. And then I get to Eastern Zen. I'm not Zen. And then I just kind of discovered the whole New Agey thing. I'm going way back to the 80s. And the whole Shirley MacLaine and Out on a Limb and New Age. And I'm like, ooh, this is fun. A little pink chiffon-y for me, but this is fun. And getting into past lives and all that. And then I found a whole bunch of group of witches, and I don't know if it was Long Beach Women Spirit, and like, ooh, they're all earthy and they're all real. They have all this magic. They're positive and great. And I'm like, okay, I found my path. But even since then, all these years, my path goes left and right and left and right. And you create your own by your own truths, which I think when people start actually thinking for themselves, that's when you find your truth.
Do you think when people get older, they find their path better, or they find a more stable path towards what they actually want to do?
I think so, because maybe all of a sudden you stop worrying quite so much what everybody else thinks. Maybe, just maybe, you get a little wisdom along the way. You get that life experience. When you're a little kid, or even when you're young, or especially you're going through your 20s and stuff, it's like, how do you fit in? And you reach a certain age, like, I don't want to fit in. Hell no.
Because I heard there was a saying that I heard once before, that when you're young, you learn. When you're older, you understand. So.
Oh, that's a good one.
Wow, philosophy from Phil. That is nice, dude.
Was that Confucius? Was that Confucius, Phil?
It's Confucius.
Wow. He's got some ratings going on now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Where did you feel the most at home? At what stop upon your journey? And even maybe it just wasn't for you, but you felt the most comfortable spiritually, soully, like inside of your heart.
Right now.
Right now.
Right
and
now.
what is this stage that you're in at this moment?
I'm in the stage. I feel like an 8-year-old on the outside. Like, things even more keep opening up. Opportunities, manifestations. Really crazy opportunities. Let's go to Romania. Okay. Yeah. Let's go here. Let's go there. And again, that getting older thing, when, I don't have to fit in. I don't have to try to be young. I don't have to try to be this. I get to just be me. Wait, who is me? Oh, I get to discover me. So yeah, I mean, every day is every day, but I must say, since this whole lockdown, I honestly think that was a big old slap on the face by whoever, whatever, going, you guys are asleep, you guys are zombies, you are numb, you are unaware. Go to your room until you figure out what's important. Literally, we had to go to our room. We had to get locked in our house. Some people just kind of went, I'm just going to watch TV. But a lot of other people are going, wow, what is important in life?
Do you feel, I hate to even bring this up.
Don't hate anything.
There's so many people that are saying great awakening. I'm using quotes.
Yeah.
And everyone, great awakening. It's happening right now. Is there something happening that cannot be seen, that it could be described by some people as a great awakening?
What I think it is literally we are going into that age of Aquarius. Maybe it's a great, and I use quotes a lot, or being woke. But you do kind of want to be woke up. You don't want to be asleep at the wheel. You don't want to just go to work, go to hit. Then that kind of happened in a large scale. I mean, obviously not everybody. You guys are creatives, but it just kind of happened planetary. What we are doing is we're moving into the age of Aquarius, which is different. We were in a very earth-based, black and white, our parents, grandparents world of right and wrong, black and white, solid ground. We don't have any of that anymore. Things aren't black and white. There is no solid ground.
At all.
Aquarius is like this. It's air. It's what? So the veil is thinning. The veil is thinning. So more and more...
Is it easier for you to see?
It's easier for me to see, but it's easier for everybody to see. All of a sudden, more and more unexplainable to what we used to think is happening. More paranormal activity, right, Stefan?
Yeah, absolutely.
Crazy more activity. And people, again, that's why they go, what is this? So that they're looking into it. It's very cool.
Do you know Jeff Janae?
Yes. He's our camera guy with the beard, the skinny guy.
Okay.
He kept walking around the dark and knocking stuff over that time at the theater.
Okay, yeah, I do.
All right, so Jeff, he had a child today.
He's a dad. He's a dad.
Oh.
Today.
Right.
Friday the 13th.
Isn't that awesome?
It's beautiful.
So my question is, I've talked to other people who know Jeff. They see something special in him. I think he's a special man. But to have his firstborn born on Friday the 13th, this guy calls it saying, oh, it's Friday the 13th. It's going to happen because Jeff is sort of special. Mm-hmm. Is there any, can you sense that when you're next to him?
Yeah, now that I know who he is. Yeah. But we, again, everybody's special. We just have different special. But Friday the 13th is great. It's I was born on the 13th, but I was born on a Saturday. You were born on the 13th?
Friday.
Yeah. Ooh, see? And you're special?
No. But we can keep on going.
Like you said, different kinds of special.
Yeah, he's different kind of special.
I'm in little
he's a short
yellow bus special.
yeah.
And Jeff is like...
Spaceship special.
Spaceship.
Like tour bus.
UFO
He'll drive that bus.
Yeah,
No,
UFO special.
and again, it's what we do with everything. And again, plus our perceptions of stuff. Everything has the power that it has. The number 13 has it, Friday 13. Now, if we were in Greece or Spain or the country of Georgia, their magical day or scary day or dark day is Tuesday the 13th.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. And we don't get all excited about Tuesday the 13th.
What month are you born in?
October.
What the hell? October? Saturday the 13th? But,
Saturday the 13th. I know. Had it been a Friday the 13th in October, yeah.
I'm June 13th.
June 13th. That's beautiful. So,
I have a bunch of weird questions
I
I'm
love
ask
them.
you.
Yeah.
And please don't judge me.
Oh.
I'm just curious.
Oh, that was the first interview.
Answer 1, enlarged prostate.
I was listening, guys.
Oh, dude.
I'm
sorry.
Yeah.
And it was in stop motion. My prostate. Stick a finger up.
Cut it with an X-Acto knife.
Yeah.
All right. So one of my questions by listening to the old interview is you said that hold on, purpose. We were talking about different realms.
Okay.
This realm, the next realm. You said there's endless amount of realms, right? Mm-hmm. What is the purpose of the realm that we go into? The purpose of the people there when we lift the veil. What is their purpose?
Well, what is our purpose?
Right. That's the next question. What is our purpose?
Well, I don't know that it's purpose. They're just different places. You know, somebody lives in Oxnard, somebody lives in Ventura, somebody lives in Los Angeles. Our realm, this is our three-dimensional, we have gravity, earth, we are elemental realm of earth. We've created time, we have time and space. I don't know if we created it or it just exists here. In that next realm, the one we tap into, I'm sure there's a bunch I have not tapped into yet, but just going, one or two up, that's where the everything else. Again, we are getting into the ghosty realm where dead people hang out. We are getting into elemental realm where things that were never people. You can get into the angelic realm, the demonic realm, the extraterrestrial realm, if that is. I get not real elevate up. I've gone the highest I've gone really does kind of get into that ET world, which is interesting. Or I guess it's ET world. It's a world that's, I've been to this council, which it's different. It's
So,
not
hold
my
on.
ghosty world.
You're sitting here,
Mhm.
like let's just say that this is the spot that your mantle, and you are or altar. Sorry.
Yeah.
And you're going, and you're like, all right, let's move beyond this realm.
Mhm.
Let's go on to the next one. And you've went to a different realm, and you're at a table.
Yeah.
And so, what is happening from here? Is it all here,
Not necessarily.
or is it all here?
Or it's everywhere. When I did a couple of things I did that I went beyond. One of my mentors or teachers, he was named Maximilien de Lafayette. He wrote 1 million ET books. And
What's the name again? Maximilian?
Maximilien de Lafayette. He wrote literally probably 100 books. He writes about the Anunnaki. I've never been big on the ET world because, again, even for me, who's as weird as they get, it was a little wacky. You know, I picture the tinfoil hats and stuff, though I know that's not what it is. But again, I'm just like, okay, I'm weird enough with my world. But he's an expert. He speaks 21 languages, most of them ancient, like ancient Sumerian. Ancient Sumerian, I guess, is the same as Anunnaki. Whether you believe that whole, the Anunnaki come down, the Nephilim, which that. So he gave me words and symbols and sigils, a lot of sacred geometry, a lot of symbols, a lot of sigils. It's kind of like phonetically saying a different language. The first time I did it, I was actually in my backyard. I have kind of this big open backyard in Hollywood Hills. I was with an actress, a well-known actress, and we were doing this, reading this whatever thing. All of a sudden, it wasn't, Grandma Ghost coming or even Demon Fred coming or Elemental from me. It was this thing. I was like, huh? Hi. What? It was just like a different world. Like you were watching some other thing. And I'm like, that was a trip. But it was just her and myself. And she was open because she's an actress, so she's the spirituality. She had the creative side, but it didn't go far. So we decided to it again, and we had, I think it was 7 or 8 of us, all gifted mediums, all people who work in the spiritual realm. My friend Suki and Chinhee Park were there. I mean, pretty amazing people, all rated top in the world for whatever. We were around my dining room table. We had all these sigils and symbols from him, all this geographic stuff. We had these words. Or around, just like a regular seance table. All of a sudden, we would start doing, one person would start doing this weird body movement, but this very, and then somebody else was doing this body movement, and then somebody else was making this sound, and then somebody else kind of harmonized.
So you guys working together?
Yeah, but like we were just channeling it. So we created some kind of a grid, some kind of an energetic electronic grid of some sort. And then one girl started channeling, like when you hear the people that do that ET stuff and they, hello, earthling people, and the grids and love is all there is. It kind of came that kind of a thing that I've always made fun of. But it really became.
How big was the grid?
Well, the grid is across the whole planet, but he was talking about the grid.
That is fucking insane.
We were, I mean,
this
really.
Is connecting because I've seen this movie or this documentary. It's on YouTube. It's about like the real history of Earth, and they did speak about a grid that we have to get to a different consciousness by creating a grid around the Earth. Yeah. And usually it takes thousands of years, but they had to do it in 150 years, or us would be doomed forever. And those people are connected to the Anunnaki. They're connected to ancient Atlanteans. And then also the ancient Hebrews, who, according to this documentary, came from Mars.
Isn't that wild? Yeah. So again, we're doing like almost choreography, matched together choreography, sounds, melodic sounds, harmonizing things. One person's channeling. I'm channeling. doing these weird body I mean, I almost keep wanting to go into like Beetlejuice, but it wasn't that. And then this big thing, like laid its like armish thing across the whole table. It was wild, but it was very positive messages. And then not too long, it was wild. But yes, it is. I used to know. Sadly, he's passed away. Jason Davis. He was an heir to the Davis fortune. If you look him up, but he had this knowledge about Grandpa built the Beverly Hilton, all this stuff. We would be high up in a hotel room. And he would show me the grids built in Century City and the stuff going from Beverly Hills to it's all out there.
What good do those grids do?
I guess they're energy grids.
You draw from it.
Oh, you know about this?
Of course I know about it.
Oh, I didn't
knows
know.
everything.
You don't ever remember me talking about this with the guys?
Yeah, I was ignoring you that time. I was kind of quiet. So I'm like, these guys will figure it out someday.
Yeah, if it's not him talking about punk or metal the same, he's not gonna listen to it.
Do you actually believe that there are people from other worlds?
Like aliens?
Yeah.
So I have a question that goes with that. My question is, do you see anybody that's not human? Same?
Well, that's what I'm thinking, that she doesn't, it seems to me with the way she was talking that she doesn't believe that there's other people.
No, I do.
She does.
I completely do.
And when you see what you see, is it just from here, or can you see from other places?
Again, one time I did this, like going up that I was at this council. It was very like you're watching a sci-fi movie.
Okay.
Totally like a sci-fi movie. But it wasn't. I wasn't. No, I do believe, and I think we are all kinds of hybrids. I think, Maximilian, I don't think he's very human at all. I think he's like 120 years old.
Is he still around?
I think so. He told me that when he died, and he's old. When he told me when he died that he wasn't gonna tell anybody, that those who were supposed to know. But then I went all left brain. It's like I'm supposed to know, I don't know, and then I screw it all up. But I think he is still alive, but he has heart issues. He was once working with the government ETs. He's not even. I don't think he's American system, but he gets to go to Bethesda Medical Center because he was working like at Area 54, and he knows of people that like in Congress and Senate and aren't all human. I knew one guy, he could, and I mean I guess yogis and stuff could do this, but I had a guy, I was living in an apartment in West Hollywood. He wouldn't come up for air in my pool for 20 minutes.
Whoa.
He would not come up for air. I'm like, he hasn't come up for air. And this was really trippy. He would pass gas. Everybody has gas. It would smell like roses. It's like, you're not human.
And the people that are running the country, which, there's been a bunch of, you can call them conspiracy theorists, you can call them, just free thinkers. Are all of them out for the goodness of our world?
I think there's both with everything, with everybody. I don't. That's why I don't want to go too far into the conspiracy theory, because I don't want to live in that world where everybody's out to get you, because you live in the world you live in. I don't want everybody out to get me and this is that. And, I'm sure there's parts that are true to things and parts that are not. I think as a rule, humanity, whatever percent human we are, is good. More than not. I do think. Like, look at the people in this room. We're all funky. We're all weird. But we're good. I think that's even true weirdly of ghosts. What do you think, Stefan?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everyone's weird. It's all weird, and I love it all. It's good stuff. I mean, imagine if this world was just boring and plain. It would suck.
Yeah.
All this variety of personalities and spirits and energy just make it all worthwhile. It's a real world now.
Yeah, but see, I thought almost all spirits. Yeah, there was a few scary ones when I was a little kid. The guy, literally almost cliche, the guy under the bed and the guy in the closet. One was kind of and I do think, wow, I had a bunch of weird little friends. Maybe they were extraterrestrials of some sort. But it's just like when it goes kind of dream state and you're a kid, and kids do because they have imagination. Again, so that's where they get to live in that world. Where was I going with that? I have no idea.
We're talking about the world.
The
and
world.
all the interesting
The world.
things.
No,
Yeah.
I think we're interesting. But I grew up to think ghosts were great. And then all of a sudden you live in Hollywood and you're doing television shows and they don't want to go talk to the great ghosts. That's when you have to
No.
go to the insane asylum
gotta
and
be
the
creepy.
prison and the Black Dahlia house and the Hotel Cecil because that's just better television, I guess. Talking to dead grandma. Or there's really fun ghosts in Hollywood. I mean, I'm sure there's dark ones too, but there's really fun ghosts at the Hollywood Roosevelt. There's really fun ghosts at the Hollywood Athletic Club. There's really fun ghosts at the American Legion. Yeah, somebody died and you focus on the guy who tumbled down the hill, but a lot of them are there just hanging from the chandeliers having a good time because they can.
Amazing. In the last interview, you said that we create our own afterlife. So I guess my question is, do we create everything in our afterlife? You had mentioned fairies, gnomes, things of that nature. And then my other thing is, do we create hell for ourselves? And what is hell?
I do. I study religion, I study philosophy, and my closest one to what is true for me, and everybody might have a different truth, is the ancient Sumerian. And they believed you go to the heaven you create, or that you believed in. Like if you believe in the pearly gates of question and God, that's where you're going to go. If you believe in some whatever, I don't believe at all in hell of the Christian heaven or hell. And I think, again, so much of the stuff that's fear-based and control-based was not written by the holy people that wrote it. It was by the men to control people. Because when you study into it, it's like, oh wait, they took reincarnation out of Christianity in the 15 or 1600. Oh, they took that away. Again, just like anything that's powerful, they make evil. I think anything that gives power to the people, they took it away so they can control you. Man basically is good, but also wants to control.
Do you think that when you die, what if you don't believe in anything? I mean, not anything, but you believe in a certain way, where you got here in another way. It has nothing to do with religion or pearly gates or anything like that. Do you? I mean, when you die, you're saying that when you die, if you believe in the pearly gates, you go to the pearly gates. What if you really don't believe in much of anything?
Well, my grandpa, again, he was this, practically evangelical atheist. He was very academic. He hung out with, like, Carl Sagan and Asimov and all these, famous, very academics who didn't believe. I talked to him once. He's like, oops. But he didn't go to the pearly gates. He became the consciousness. He was a thinker. He had the thinker by his grave. So I think, as a rule, if you want to create the pearly gates, you're going to create the pearly gates. As a rule, we kind of go into this great consciousness, like the Akashic records, like we're just energy. We're energy. And if there's not time and space on the other side, which in my experience there hasn't been, how cool is that? You could be a ghost and watching your grandkids grow up, and you could be fishing in Maine, and you could do part of the great consciousness. And if you have no body and no time and space and you're just energy, how cool is that?
And I heard a theory that when you die, your consciousness, everything that you know, goes up someplace and is stored there
in the cloud.
And
Apple's a motherfucker.
It's kind of the same thing.
no, it's not the same thing.
It's the
It
Akashic
is
records.
because you're putting it in this.
No, it goes out into space. It goes someplace where all your consciousness, everybody's consciousness is collected. And when somebody is born, they tap into some of that.
Yeah.
And they get some of that. And when they're born, they know that sort of thing. Not all of it, but some of it.
Yeah. That's the Akashic records, or the
Yeah.
great consciousness. And you could go change that.
The center of
you
all
could
knowledge.
tap into that. I even think reincarnation goes into that a little bit. Like, I know who I was in my last life. It took me a long, because again, it's like, yeah, from coming from that 80s thing. Yeah, everybody's Cleopatra, but no. But somebody told me who I was. Like, yeah. I looked into her. It's like, wow, that's weird. We have the same life idiosyncrasy. She was born, she died at 30. I was born 30 years later. I didn't die at 30, but I really came into my power. Same idiosyncrasy. She didn't look like me, but she had my eyes. She wrote like me. So I'm like, and then all of a sudden the universe, whoever was throwing me a name I'd never heard of, I'm hearing her name, Barbara Lamar. She was a Hollywood actress, a silent film star. And I'm like, wow, this is weird. Okay, if I am her, I should know where my house is. If I had a house in the Hollywood Hills, I didn't have an address. I drove around. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of houses. I picked a house. All you could see was a tile roof because it's a downslope house. You didn't see a pretty house. I know that house. But I didn't know how to know. There was a wrought iron thing on the gate and a number and a tile roof. All of a sudden, I'm in the grocery store. I hear somebody go, Barbara Lamar, and they're doing a movie about it. I'm like, what is this Barbara Lamar? A name I've never heard. He goes, yeah, I collect pictures of her. I married a woman that looks like her. Do you want to come see pictures? I went, yeah. And I went to his house to look at pictures, and there is that tile roof. There is that gate. There is that wrought iron. I'm like, I picked that house. I knew that house. So even at that time, again, decades ago, I left a little note in the mailbox. I didn't go, I am the reincarnation of Barbara Lamar. I just said, I'm a fan of the silent movie star. I live in Hollywood down the street and would love to see the house. Nobody called me, of course. 30 years later, last year or so, somebody told me the house was for sale. And I'm like, I got to get in there. So I called up the real estate agent and I go, I'm Patti. I live in the neighborhood. I go, I'm really not looking for a house, but I'm president of the Hollywood Dell Association, and people are always looking for our old 1920s houses. I would love to come look at it. She goes, okay, I'll have my assistant meet you there. She didn't show up. And so I called her up, and she goes, oh, well, I know who you are. Here's the lockbox. Go in yourself. So I didn't have to have a real estate. The second I walked in the door, you guys felt deja vu before? It was like living deja vu. I knew every aspect. I just got goosebumps. I knew every aspect of the house. I knew what had been changed. They modernized the kitchen. They opened up the staircase. I used to have a bookcase in front of it. I'd go upstairs and I used to sit out here. I honestly don't know if I was there 5 minutes or 5 hours, but I knew everything about it. So, okay, I am her. I'm Barbara Lamar. I'm going to go with that. Okay, I'm going to finally accept that. So I'm doing a séance around my dining room table, and then here comes Barbara Lamar. What the how we our essences of. I'm not a complete reincarnation of Barbara Lamar. I have some of her idiosyncrasies, some of her stuff from the Akashic records, some of her lessons, good and bad. I have stuff. I'm parts of her. I think that's when kids are born and they can play Mozart at 2 years old. They've got parts of him. They're not Mozart. They got parts of it. They've tapped into that consciousness or that Akashic records or whatever it is. I do believe we could go up there because I do a lot of both past life work and Akashic records. I take them to a library way up there, and I have the librarians bring out their Akashic records, and I'm looking with them in their head, and we open up the box. It's like a safe deposit box, and I have them look for stuff they don't want. I have them look stuff for like contracts, like I'm going to pick the wrong partner lifetime after lifetime. I look for things with figure 8s on them, and I have them throw them in a fire. I have them get rid of them. There's lots of ways to do this work. Because be careful whenever you guys say forever and ever. Honest. Even when you get married, there's a reason you don't say forever and ever. You say till death do us part. Because in the next life, you might want something different.
Do you think that some people like Einstein and what's his name Tesla, and what's his name he just recently,
it's okay, go.
Not recently, but the guy that was in the wheelchair,
Stephen
Hawking. Do you think they have more of a way of tapping into that realm of consciousness? Than more than other people do because they know so much about things.
That whether they tap into it or they're born into it or they had that information put in there or they're aliens.
Hybrids, man.
Hybrids, yeah.
Okay.
Our technology, I think our technology has jumped amazing in the last however many years.
This has been one of the best interviews I've felt like I've ever, like, information-wise.
Yeah, but you didn't ask if she believes there's a God. You know that one question you always
I don't
ask?
need to.
Okay.
I have my last question before we...
Do you believe there's a God?
Yeah. You think there's a God? What happens after we die?
What happens after? I think you want to
I
ask.
didn't
it?
ask that.
No, but that's he does that all the time.
Then I'm,
To a lot of people, yeah, he does.
You can answer it if you like.
I think we're
I
all
didn't ask.
God. I think
That's what I was... That's why I didn't ask it, because she was saying that we create our heaven, our afterlife.
I do believe
do.
in this beautiful, beautiful higher power of some sort, but I do believe it's in each of us. We are divine beings. We are, whatever you want to call them, whether it's aliens or angels, we are these divine beings, but we're also human. We have free will. Divine beings don't have free will. Angels don't have free will. There's dextral and there's synstral. Dextral is like an angel. Sinstral means shift and change. The word sin came from sinstral. And then the Judeo-Christian took it as sin meaning something bad. It just means shift. Angels can do two things. They're beautiful things. They can enlighten and they can protect. Two really good things, but they can't cause shift and change. We can. We're human.
Enlightenment. That's a good word.
We're hybrids of the highest kind.
Yeah.
And whether that is half angel, half God, half alien, who's to say?
We create our own reality.
Yeah.
At all times.
And my last question before we go on to our seance is, do you know the place Crooked Trees?
Crooked Path?
Crooked Path.
Yes.
Sorry.
Very well.
I know Sal.
Uh-huh.
And Sal was telling me about the things. I mean, his shop is amazing. There's things everywhere. Is it necessary, as a witch, to get the things that are in his shop to help with lifting the veil?
It is not necessary, but tools are nice. Sal is great. We are doing a huge thing in October, I think, if anybody wants to come. This whole amazing witchy weekend in this 1800s house. That's where we're going to be for the world's greatest ghost house. I'm going to be with Sal Santoro.
When's that?
You have to be doing the world's greatest ghost hunt. It's September 25th weekend. If you're not, I'll set you with Maria. It's international. It's worldwide.
Oh, the online thing.
Yeah, well, it's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to think about that, but I don't know anything about it, so yeah,
we'll talk.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be with Sal. He's going to do this conjuring, whatever. I'm going to do a seance. We're going to do everything. But no, you don't need the tools, but they're great to have. Like, if you just serve dinner for 50 people, you don't need a dishwasher, but it's great to have.
Mm-hmm. So when you have things like, I mean, I interviewed him. He showed me his entire shop. There's like bottles everywhere of everything.
He makes most of my incense over there.
When is it easier for a person that's not in touch with their powers?
Yeah.
To do that and get on that path by going, to Crooked Path and consuming some of what he has for sale.
Yeah, because it's like training wheels on your bike to help you learn. Really, you'll see stuff written over there. Sal's incense. He knows me. He makes beautiful blends. He's got a great apothecary. You don't need it, but it's great. We are our best tool. We are a tool. So the universe, gods, aliens gave us everything we really need, but it's nice to have tools. And then spirits love this technology. And the last one, like what Stefan has, because everything's electricity. They're electricity. We're electricity. In the olden days, it was like, the olden days you had a Ouija board and a candle, and then electricity, the lights flash in a haunted house. Now we have octopuses and REM pods and SLS cameras and
power tools, basically.
And power tools, yeah. In cell phones, they learned how to use cell phones. Did I last time tell you my cell phone? I got a call from my husband's best friend who had been dead 5 years.
How does that happen?
Because they learned how to use them. Mm-hmm. It said call from David Coleman. I'm like,
well, don't you remember last time we shot, the viewership went up to, like, the subscription went up to like 8 million?
No, 19.1 million.
Yeah.
It went up. It was just like, and we thought it was like a thing. It was up 19 point some million subscribers.
That's crazy.
But you know what? Hang on real quick. On the subject of tools, like you've got people that are purists, right? Like you take a carpenter and you give them a hammer and a box of nails and they'll build you the most beautiful, intricate
What's that?
Stage.
But then you've got somebody who comes along and they've got all their power tools and they've got, all their calculators and this, that, and the other. Like, does that technology take away from your pure ability, or does it add to it, do you think?
It could do either. What I like about it, again, I never had equipment and I'm not technical. I could hardly use my damn cell phone. But what was cool about it for me when I started working on Ghost Adventures, they have the great equipment, is I for like decades now have been going, the ghost is going like this. The ghost is going like this. But either you believe me or you don't believe me. Now there's this SLS camera with a little green stick person that I'm in a different room. I don't see the camera. They don't see me. And the ghost is going like this. It's like, aha, you've got a great one at your theater of a ghost. The ghost is right there. We're reaching each other.
Yeah,
and it's got a little like red laser beam between us because I send out energy thing. It's like, so what's good is like, it's like confirmation. So purist is great. When I'm doing seances around my dining room table, when we get to do that again, I don't have equipment because it's nice and I like that old spiritualist Victorian thing, whatever. But equipment is fun.
Well, we are going as a group to go visit Sal on the 16th of October.
Yay!
And we are going to, I don't know specifically what we're doing, but he's also a witch, correct?
Yes.
And we're gonna do some witch stuff with him. So that's the 16th of October. And also that night we're gonna go upstairs to his. He also has a dungeon upstairs, if you're aware of that. And we're gonna do some flogging and stuff on ice.
All right, he's the best.
Hold on. When did we discuss this with me?
Huh?
You were on that. We had the group thing, and you said
Why?
We all-
No, wait.
No, we all
you
talked
should
about
do
this.
it because you haven't done none of your cattle prods.
Okay, but I mean, that's neither here nor there.
but he's been flogged.
Has he?
Yeah.
Here in the studio.
Listen, what I do in my personal life, we don't need to talk about on the show, okay?
All right.
Pay-per-view.
This is Patti Negri.
Yes, it is.
And like, Patti, there's something about you being in my presence that brings something more to my life. And I'm so gracious to even this right here to be able to feed off your energy or heal from your energy.
Thank you.
I'm 100% appreciative. So where can people find you?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I know. Really. Just Google Patti Negri.
Bathroom walls across the room. No, Patti Negri. True.
I'm there.
Truck stops. No,
For a good
PattiNegri.com. PattiNegri.com. And then now, also my new home for my podcast is My Paranormal Network.
Hey.
MyParanormal.net. I'm not owned, but it is produced by the people who do Ghost Adventures. I decided to go with them. We're just launching. We're doing now with this 13 weeks of Halloween. So I'm really excited. We're just babies. We're just jumping in.
Your trajectory is to the moon, and I'm fearful that
I'm here. So
that the next time I'm going to see you is me waiting in line to get your autograph somewhere.
Yeah, right. No. Oh my God.
It's possible.
No.
You guys have an event? Can I get in? Oh no.
No. I just.
Tim who?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a manifester. You're a manifester. We all do. But I just did book the Michigan Paracon, which is like the biggest Paracon, and I'm doing a mediumship gallery, and I've done 400 or 500 people because I do UC Santa Barbara, not too far from here, a few times, and they put me in a theater with 1,500 people.
That's a lot of energy because they all bring people with them. So
they all bring people.
1,500 is 3,000 people. You're like, really?
Yeah. So I'm going to be there in 2 weeks. I from this speaker's agent. I'm with creepy people. It's creepy. It's a speaker's agent. It's like I'm with creepy people. But yeah, so I'm really excited by that, and I'm scared to death. But I love to be scared to death.
I know.
Scared
it's the best.
in the good way. Yeah.
All right. Well, we will be right back. This is No Cover Presents the Red Light District Show. This is Patti Negri, and we will be right back with a seance in studio after this. And we're back. Welcome back to No Cover Presents Red Light Dish Show. And we are about to do something that was just amazing the last time Patti was on. We had a seance. And during the seance, if you are fans or supporters of our show, No Cover, Patti saw someone in the room who ended up being Paul, which is Isaac's older brother, who passed away when he was 29 and Isaac was 7. And it's just amazing. The things that she knew, like this, do you remember? He was, you're in the trance. So she was going like this, or she saw him do this, and your brother would do that. Like, see, look, we're the same. That's my son. We're the same.
There was so much stuff that happened afterwards, like with family members and my sister watching, like just as they watched the show. Oh, the 7. This is what it represented. This is what they meant about the bird. Everything that came back, and I talk about it, gives me goosebumps. I'm like, oh wow, it was a beautiful experience. It was great. It was amazing because I didn't get that closure when I was younger.
And since then, Isaac has lost about 35 pounds. Inside the seance. His brother said he's too fucking fat.
Well, because she almost remembered who I was because I was like 30 pounds overweight back then. I'm a whole different person, and I have makeup on. So.
And
yeah,
it's a white makeup.
Yeah, he works at a hospital. That's what
I
he works
haven't got
with.
any sun in the last 4 days.
He has COVID.
Yeah, no.
That's what it looks like.
That's what COVID looks like if you haven't gotten it yet.
It's all the aluminum.
It's a 5G.
All right. Patti, is this a good color for you?
I have no idea what color it is.
It's like blue, purple.
It's the aura of Stefan.
Do you have blue? Blue is
more
really
lavender.
good. That's pretty good.
Blue? That's your aura, right?
Oh, that looks nice.
I can change my aura, dude.
Oh, that's right. You can.
I can chameleon into anybody at any given
I see it
time.
on the screen now. Whatever looks best for camera. I'm looking at red. So I'm looking at it this way. So.
Okay. Let me.
Because that looks pretty
Let me
good.
get a microphone update on that. I'm not. Or maybe send it to my headphones. Or we can swap it out with this one, the one that we're using.
Yeah, probably.
Here, swap it out with that one, please, buddy.
Go, Pat, go.
Go,
This
Pat.
is your
Go.
moment to shine, buddy.
Look at there he is.
Yeah.
Smile when you're on
Ladies and
film.
gentlemen, Pat. Look at him.
Wave to the audience, Pat.
Tear down the wall.
Wow.
Tear down
Dude.
the wall. Tear down the wall.
That was amazing. Wow.
Where'd you learn that, dude?
You did so good.
He's used to dealing with those kind of objects.
Dude, we don't even need Jeff now.
Do you know how to tell stories too?
I know how to tell
All right,
a
good.
story.
He was there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't need Jeff no more.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it?
Yeah, you're ready to go. We're here.
ready.
We're ready to go.
We're just a bunch of goofballs. Sorry.
No, goof away. Spirits like goofy. So long as you're respectful.
Don't love me then.
They do. Everybody's so damn serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, no time
Phil.
for that.
Everybody, now live and those of us watching in cyberspace, whatever that is. So if you want to participate, I'm keeping you guys safe too. I do recommend after we're done, everybody eat salt or touch iron, especially if anybody's going to go drive afterwards, to ground yourself. But right now, we're going to lift the veil, but I'm going to shut it. So you guys out there in TV land, you will sense and see and feel what we do, because the way I lift the veil, you guys, everybody's going to be a little more psychic or a lot more psychic, all your senses. When you see things, whether it's on the screen or in your room, you're usually going to see with your peripheral vision, not your straight vision. Look or feel for things like, of course, goosebumps and the chills, things getting warmer and colder when it's not the air conditioning coming on, heaviness and lightness. Any of the senses work, smell or taste or just knowing or feeling, seeing with your outside eyes, seeing with your inside eyes. But know that nobody's going to keep anything, even if you want to, if we shut it down afterwards. So you're safe. You're safe. And I'm not going to let anything really dark in at all. I won't, because we don't need to, because it's not that controlled of an environment. Counting you guys. I work elementally, so I lift the way I lift the veil, the way I do publicly. is working with Earth's elements, nature's elements, air and fire and water and earth. Anybody who's at home or here, you work with other deities, angels, dragons, work with what you bring in. Everything, so long as it's good and on the positive bent of things, is welcome.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
Hold on. I'm gonna put on the lights in the back.
Why? What happened?
Just so she can.
As long as they're not disco lights. Hey, I want to say to everybody out there, if you're watching this on the playback on the YouTube channel and you do see something or you experience something, please put it in the comments so we can go back and see what you're seeing, what you're experiencing. And if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the alarm, because we're doing this a lot. If you guys want to be a part of it, please subscribe to us and hang out with us. And we appreciate you guys being there. So once again, you see something happening, put it in the comments and we're going to check it out.
Yeah, because they a really good chance they're going to see what we don't see.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. I got sparkly lights.
Look at that.
So nice. Really good.
All right. Hardest part of anything. Everybody, not for these guys. Uncross your legs. Everybody, uncross your arms. A little bit open. Everybody together. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Exhale. Just relax into it. Take another deep breath in. Hold it. Hold it. Exhale. Good. One more, 3rd time's the charm. Breathe in. Hold it. Hold it. Exhale. Doesn't want to light. Light and dark are turning, luck be in the burning. Light and dark are turning, luck be in the burning. Black spirits and white, red spirits and gray. Mingle, mingle, mingle who may. Thou tout around and about. A world within and a world without. The good stay in and the ill stay out. I do want to call the east winds to blow through this space here, the space where everybody is. Blow out any confusion, darkness, negativity, and blow in true communication with spirit, true communication with the other side. Spirits of the east, be with us now. That might feel heady through here, through this whole crown of illumination. Now I want to call in the south, the fire, the passion, creativity, love, sex, God, everything that makes our heart beat. The breath of a dragon, a volcano exploding. It south, may that fire again burn away any blocks, burn away anything negative, burn away any darkness, and mold it into the shape of a heart, mold it into communication, into that fire of a dragon. Spirits of the south, be with us now. You might even feel that in the base of your spine, a little tingly in that base chakra, working its way up your spinal cord. Keep breathing. Now I want to call in the west, the sweet waters of the west. Water, again, almost 60% of our body, almost 70% of our planet, maybe more coming. Water is what cleanses, it flows, it's beautiful. Emotions like a gentle tear, like a gentle stream, like a raging river into the ocean itself, like the rains falling. May those waters wash, may those waters clear, may the emotion connect us into the spirits that we invite in. Also with the water, may we call on the mists of the ancestors, the mists within each of our blood, that ancestral blood. May it rise around us like mists off the lake. Spirits of the west, be with us now. And lastly, I want to call on the north, Mother Earth herself, this beautiful planet that we do call home. Keep us grounded, keep us strong like a tree with roots that go deep into the earth, and branches that can reach for and touch the heavens and the skies and the stars above. Give us that strength, give us that life force, keep us safe and protected as we reach for the heavens. Spirits of the north, be with us now. As we're swirling around the space within this studio, as you're swirling around the space within your homes or wherever you're listening to, as we slowly are raising the veil and slowly inviting in spirits, good and light, invite in deities and spirits that you work with and are your protectors and your ancestors, those that you want to talk to and speak to, whisper their name. There is a place where we all go, where ne'er the frost or cold winds blow, and friends remembered reunite, and those who hate forget their spite. We gather around these gentle beings. We call you now to bless our meeting. And for the living, these spirits do thrive. And now, for the living, may the dead come alive. With this ringing of this bell, we lift the veil twixt heaven and hell to call the spirits to us now to join us with this sacred vow. We are between the worlds.
Who's got the remote control for the lights?
What was that?
Was that flashing has to stop?
Make it stop.
Please.
Okay.
There's somebody right away who wants to talk, and there's somebody right away who either doesn't want to talk or doesn't want that other person to talk. And you guys, anybody in this space, you feel things like tight throat, tight stuff like that, feel your body can feel stuff like this. It's getting to know the language of spirit. The spirit who wants to speak. He might be a drummer. Anybody know a dead drummer? There's a million of them.
Yes.
You ever know a dead drummer? A deceased, passed on drummer?
Yes.
Can I get a first name?
Chris.
Chris. Okay, Chris, is this you? Is it you hanging out? Again, old school. I'm going to use a dowsing rod. It is Chris. He's telling me it is Chris. These, for those who could see them, they cross on yes and they don't cross on no. So, Chris, is that you who's here, the drummer? Yeah. So Chris is here.
Chris Pinger. Chris Pinger.
Chris Pan?
Pinger. Pinger.
Pinger. Chris Pinger. So hi, Chris Pinger. Kind of a lot of energy up through here. I don't know what that. And kind of a chaotic.
And?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yep. And exactly where you're saying too.
Yeah. He's here because he likes it. And spirits are going to go, whoop, the light's on. We just opened a welcome thing. And he likes to, something about, I started out with feet and shoes and boots. Does that mean something to you for him? I mean, it could just be a drummer hitting the tom, the bass drum or something like that. But something.
No.
No?
It could just be
It just could be him hitting the thing.
Yeah.
But a definitive drummer. And he is saying something. Is that me?
No. We're good.
It sounds like hell, hole. It's a breathy H that goes into something. Holder? Is that what you said?
Holler?
Holler? Could be holler. Holler. Is that holler?
Holler.
Holler.
Every time Tim starts the show, he goes, holler.
Oh, he does?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's his little inside
That's my
little niche thing, he says.
Is that what it is? When I'm going hell, hole, hell? Yeah. So he's doing it imitating. He's imitating you.
Holla.
Does he
Holler,
he often hang out?
Do you often hang out? He wanted to give a funny answer, like odd days versus even days or something like
exactly something he would say.
You would say. So he hangs out sometimes. He had I heard a bunch of funny answers all at the same time.
Stick
But
to
if-
playing drums, buddy.
Yeah, he's playing drums. He's playing drums.
Let me tell the jokes, bud.
Yeah, no. Yeah, same as always. He got a great smile. He had a great smile.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing good. He something about his hair. Did he have an issue with his hair?
I mean, he's probably going bald early.
Okay.
I mean, it was still there. You didn't accept it yet.
Okay. So yeah, he's just kind of playing out.
He went through the windshield. I'm not sure if that's it.
So maybe that's it.
He went through it with his head.
Okay, so that's
And then because you were going like this.
Yeah.
And he went through it, and he was stuck inside the windshield. They pulled him out, or they tried to pull him out, and he wouldn't go, and he burned.
Oh wow.
But he was dead. I mean, supposedly.
He was dead, whatever. But again, he wasn't dead when he hit to the windshield. So that's what this is. That's what this.
He wasn't dead?
No, I don't think he was dead when he first hit the windshield. He was probably dead when he burnt up. But he remembers the hair, the windshield, something hitting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he might have been half here and half there. You do kind of go back and forth sometimes.
Well, we don't forget you here. You know, we even have an award named after him.
Really? Oh, that's cool.
A Chris Pinger Award. I'm not sure if you saw that. Your dad gives it out, bud.
So he did. Did you see that? He just wants to say yes. Okay. All right. So, he keeps backing up over here by the magazine.
What is it?
That's him.
Oh, he's over there?
Yeah.
He just walked over there.
Yeah, he just walked over there.
You see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sees too.
Yeah, dude. I tell you that all the time. You never pay
Is it
attention.
Chris? Do you remember Chris?
Yeah. He was trying to come through right away, and that's why I mentioned the lights.
Uh-huh.
As soon as she lifts the veil, it's like, imagine like when you see those stages and the fog kind of rolls in slowly.
Mm-hmm.
It was like that. And when the lights would flash crazy like that, it was like chopping the water. It was creating this image of not being able to come through. Yeah. And then it would stop, and then it would do it again, and we'd have a problem, like interference. So he came through, and he's kind of like in the corner over here, looking at you, trying to get your attention, and then she's channeling all that, and he's just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna make contact with her. So, but then she was standing right there, and then he just kind of stepped back and looked over there and walked to the corner.
He's looking for the award.
Yeah, he said that, and he's like, he actually literally turned around and went to the corner.
Yeah, he did.
Do you know what's over there in that corner?
No.
Yeah, Chris Brang.
No. Behind Chris Brang is Chris Pinger's drumhead.
That's what it is, because he turned around to look like he's going to go grab something.
Yay!
His drumhead's back there. It has his picture in it.
That
we
is
should be hanging
awesome.
that up in the studio.
I just get goosebumps all over the place. Yeah, so
Yeah, look at that.
He's
Tingling.
loving this. He is loving this.
So the drum head is in that corner.
Yeah, I'll go get it if you want me to.
It
Chris,
went-
did you
did
see
you
it?
see how
Chill,
straight it
dude.
went that way?
That's why it went there.
Literally was standing there and then just turned
Yeah.
around like he's going to go do something.
Okay, so
But there was a wall blocking.
Yeah, he's like,
That
what the
doesn't-
hell
he
is this?
can walk
All
through
uneven.
walls. Where are you?
Patrick Swayze did.
Yeah, it's his stuff.
Do you want me to give it away to somebody?
Do you want him to give it away? No.
You want us to hang it up somewhere? Yeah, you got it, dude. Ooh, I made full contact.
Yeah.
He's got like
I'm
a hug.
feeling it right
Yeah.
now.
That's cool. He's like, yeah, guys.
Chris, can you get it out the drumhead? It's in that. It's like a metal thing.
And put it right next to the 360 on the table.
He's doing
There's
his
a-
production stuff over there.
Oh, you know what's really cool about him? He's making it cooler over here.
Yeah.
I just got
Oh,
the show. I was like,
good.
oh, breeze, come on.
It's right there. Hold on, I'll get it.
Yeah, I get it.
Cool.
He's loving this. That you saw what this was.
That's awesome, Patty. Thank you for having him come through.
Was he the one that came out first?
Yeah.
He's the first one that.
He was the first one that came, and then there's somebody else who goes. I'm trying to figure out if the one who came
There's
is
like
attached, not attached to him, but didn't want him to talk, or that's just somebody different.
There's a big cold spot right here. It's really cold.
Yeah, I feel it coming from this side too, from where he is.
Yeah. But I don't know if this is the same. This is not Chris. This is somebody else.
Maybe that's the one us to talk.
Because it's like cold. My pants, when I'm touching them, feel cold. Sweet.
So.
It's back there.
Somewhere.
Oh, now he just kicked you. It was like, dude, get my crap.
Look at him.
That's
See?
a studio.
Dude, that's not OSHA approved at all.
He definitely opened the veil more.
Yeah,
Open the
literally.
door.
Yeah.
He'll take down the walls till you get to the damn drum head. It's like, there you go.
I know it's back in that area. I know 100% it's there. I'll get it at the end of the show.
It would have been more hilarious if you would have felt
That is fun. That is good.
So there was somebody else?
Yeah, there is somebody else who is. He doesn't want. I'm trying to figure out, and I'm trying to keep it out of my left brain. Figure it out that he doesn't want to talk, or I'm trying to figure out if he doesn't want Chris to talk, or he doesn't want me to talk, or somebody else to talk. But I think he doesn't want Chris to talk. They came in at the same time.
Why?
But who is this?
Is it jealousy, maybe?
It was Chris with someone in the car?
Yeah, but no one else passed away, just Chris. Everyone had their seatbelt on. Except for Chris.
So Chris, cross on yes. Do you know this other person who seems to be kind of with you? Yeah.
Is he from our community?
Is he from the community?
No.
Is somebody you met since you crossed over?
Somebody you met since crossed over?
Huh.
Somebody you knew from before?
Is it a family member?
Ooh, goosebumps. It's a family member.
Okay. An uncle? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh.
Ooh, goosebumps big time.
I'm cold. This is so great. I'm
Maybe
so
he
hot.
had some.
You know-
I'm freezing now. It's like
I know
cool.
it's cold.
You know who the uncle is?
I don't know.
He's dressed different. That's why I was wondering if like from the same time period.
He's dressed differently?
Yeah, he doesn't look. He's dressed different than like how we're dressed. Kind of t-shirts and
Okay.
casual.
So, Uncle Person, will you talk to us?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Is he trying to protect Chris?
He's not going to talk to us.
He doesn't think Chris should be wasting his time doing this.
So Chris, can you speak about who this person is?
Ooh,
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
I think you did nail it on a kind of a cross between jealousy and the not want to waste your time off this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he came up with some kind of a judgmentally religious somewhere. It might go back a ways. That maybe didn't completely approve of Chris or something, and not completely approving of this. But I mean, he's not evil or anything like that. He's just
Just kind of an uncle figure.
yeah, he doesn't want him to talk. So Chris, you don't have to hang out with him if you don't want to. He's okay. He's okay.
Is that what Chris said? He's okay?
Yeah.
That sounds like how he would talk too.
Does it? Okay.
He's okay.
He's okay. Said he's
Like he sort of knows then. That means he knows that
yeah.
he's a dick, but whatever. It's
Yeah,
fine.
exactly.
Yeah, it's
He
a
did-
relative. So
Yeah,
you love
it's a
them. You love him
brother,
regardless.
Yeah, so that's what he's showing.
That's
so,
cool.
But we this uncle person, we don't want anybody being limited here. So, this still is our realm of existence. So don't keep Chris from talking or anybody else from talking, even if you don't necessarily approve of this.
I'm feeling the same thing on my back.
Yeah, like pressure.
Yes, on this side. It's our same side.
Yeah,
exactly where.
Yeah,
and I'm not. I
know you're
I
not.
promise I'm not joking or like trying to just play it up for the air or anything like that. I was when you were like, "Oh, if you feel this right here," I was like, and I was. I shouldn't say nothing. Maybe it was gonna seem weird, but that when you did that, it's my son. And my kids. Yeah. That is exactly what's happening to me.
That's what happens. It's real. You don't have to convince me. You can convince everybody else. But yeah, so whether that's how this other guy passed away or he's got a hold on something.
I think when you started, the temperature in the room definitely got colder.
Yeah.
It's always hot in here, and since you opened the veil, the degrees in here definitely gotten...
I'm a little
really
chilly.
Cold. Yeah. Right, look right over here. It's like this guy's like standing on the side of the wall, trying to be out of the way. And
Is there a lot of people in here?
I just feels cool.
There's a few people here. We're going kind of.
Why is everybody feeling cold and I'm feeling hot?
So
I feel cold.
I feel cold.
I feel cold.
So.
You want to switch?
Where's Uncle? Yeah, see, he's kind of that way.
Yeah.
He's just moving back and forth.
He's trying
to
move
right here.
Yeah.
This is where the cold spot. It's like my arm was just, my elbow is just feeling colder.
He's not a bad guy, just kind of a curmudgeon, if that makes sense.
Well, I'm saying that's why I don't think he's dressed the same way. He's not like laid back like us. He's more, try to be more sophisticated and serious.
Is he a religious person?
Huh?
Is he a religious person?
He might be.
Yeah.
He said nice to you because he didn't want to get too close to Pat.
Yeah. Okay. You want to sit over here? Come on. It's cold here too. Feel that. Go ahead, Pat. Touch it.
Stop touching it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just in case.
There is a girl. We'll let them sit until he doesn't want to talk, and Chris is doing great. There's a girl. Yeah, showing herself youngish. I mean, not like a baby or anything, but probably 20s, smallish. She's like a fangirl. She's like not quite a groupie, but she's a fangirl. Small frame, small girl. She's just grinning ear to ear. She's kind of literally cross-legged on the floor. So.
Does she have blue hair and glasses?
I can't see her hair. She has glasses. Did you know a blue hair glasses girl?
I do know a blue hair glasses girl, but
hopefully she's still alive.
Yeah. You haven't talked to her in the last couple hours?
Yeah.
Okay, so she has glasses and blue hair.
Okay,
She's got a cute little head. She's kind of almost like a Bob brunette.
Sounds like someone Tim would know.
Yeah, Tim. Something you want to tell us?
Not me.
Does anybody know anybody?
Short hair.
You might not have known. Yeah, bobbed hair, like kind of flat, not real short, but like shoulder length, kind of bob.
What is her race?
She's light skinned, so she's very see through. She sometimes you get color. She's got glasses. I want to say mousy, but I don't want to make it sound like it's an insult. But she's kind of a simple plain girl. But she's just happy to be here. So I would say that she's like a fan or music or a music fan or somebody who gets to hang out. So, hey girl, is that who you are? Do you like the guys here? Yeah. So are you a music fan?
A little bit.
A little bit,
She
a little bit.
Play
little bit.
music.
Comedy.
Comedy. Yeah. Dancing. And not well, dancing. I said dancing. Should I?
Kind of that.
Probably really early 20s.
Who does she know here?
Yeah. Oh, good question. All right. Okay. So,
All right.
girl cross leg. Who do you know here? Or who is it that you're here the favorite for?
Everybody?
Is she saying everyone?
Is she still deciding?
She's looking around.
Audience members.
She's looking around.
It's like really cold right here, too.
I don't know what's is it you?
Oh, is it? I don't think it does feel like she's looking around.
Yeah.
She just went all over the room.
So, are you just a fan of the show, these people here? Are you a fan of what this is in itself?
That's like hell yeah.
Yeah.
Holler.
So, were you a fan of the show? Did you like watch the show? Yeah, big goosebumps.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so whether it's music, whether it's comedy, she.
Could have been someone that just watched the show as a fan.
Yeah.
Wow.
It sucks that we
cold
lost a
again.
follower. I mean,
Yeah, one of our only views is gone.
One of our viewers are just dead. No wonder we went from 4 to 3.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, dude. That's funny.
Yeah, you can't kill them all off, but then they hang out, but then they can't, Okay.
Can you hit that like and subscribe button?
I was gonna say, our psychics we're all wide open right now, dude.
Man.
I was gonna say that. It's so funny.
Okay, so can you did you like and subscribe at some time?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
You can hang out anytime.
Look at this. She is just loving this.
Good. That's awesome.
It's like
Yeah, we need more of
But
that.
I would guess. I don't know if she's hung out before, because this feels like very first time. Like, if I could go backstage to something, and maybe because we lifted the veil, maybe because people on the other side watch your show. Why not?
Well, someone's got to watch it.
people in
Well, there's
more than one realm
19.1.
watch our show. That'd be awesome.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Stefan brings some like spirit like viewers to the show. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I do that when I go to investigations and nothing's happening. I'll bring in a couple of backup ghosts. To make That's why I'm so successful at it. It's like, dude, I need some help. Go in there.
Show up.
Yo, I got some executives coming in. Can you do something?
So if she would, again, no time and space. I'm just spitballing here, but if she's part of this, and then we invited spirits, she would be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna come and sitting right cross-legged on the floor.
All right.
Okay, so can you give us your name? Oh, what is this name thing? Did you live in California? No.
Are you from Australia?
No.
No. Did you live in Nevada? That's what I'm feeling. Nevada. Do you have a big audience in Nevada or a small?
We will now.
We did a show out there in Vegas. We did the Vegas show, remember?
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's where she came
We
from
had-
originally. She's like, oh, these
So
guys are
did you
interesting.
come to
Alien
the,
Ant Farm on that show. We had Buck Cherry on that show. Like, we really had a great show.
Did you come to the Vegas show? Yeah. So if she was in the audience and and here she is and we invited her in.
Did you work at the show?
was she?
She worked at the show.
Monster headphones?
Monster headphones?
No.
No.
You were there.
Yeah, was she one of the remember those
Monster.
No, those girls were part of the monster thing? Okay,
The monster models.
yeah.
Were you a model?
Can you bring more spirit friends to watch our show?
Hook us up, please.
Yeah.
She's the only spirit super fan she wants.
Yeah. All to yourself. That's cool.
Yeah, she said yes.
Yeah.
She's a super, yeah.
She keeps it herself. So that makes sense because I saw Vegas, I saw Nevada, so that's cool.
Nice.
So you could have your own groupie ghost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those count as followers,
What-
right?
Yeah.
Did she do the headphones? Maybe I'm getting the name of the headphones wrong. Is it headphones? Did you work the headphones? Or
Did you work the
Or
headphones?
a vendor? Was she a vendor?
She might have been a vendor.
She
Or
was
with
a-
a vendor, yeah.
Okay. Did me and you did we talk?
Did we make out?
Yeah. What?
Did they make out?
Did you talk? Did you sorta? Oh.
Yeah, it was a short conversation.
Yeah, he's all, I want a cheeseburger and some fries, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I think like now it's like flooding back to me. We talked to a girl who I gave the magazines to, and I gave her a whole box, and she helped us pass them out.
Did you help pass out magazine? Yeah.
Oh wow.
That was her.
Wow.
Do we-
It was
I
me
get
and you.
goosebumps.
Do we know if she's since then passed?
Well,
I mean,
Well, obviously.
obviously,
she
Yeah,
would-
yeah, I know,
Well, she
but
could
like,
be
I'm
astral
just,
projecting. Let's not
I'm just,
put that out.
I'm just saying, like, factually, would we know? Was
there's
there any
no
way?
to find out?
This is how we're finding out. Is
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
We-
So. Yeah.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So. How long ago was your show?
2018,
1899. So 3 years ago.
April 2019, 18.
Okay. So,
did you pass recently?
did you pass recently? Yeah.
COVID.
Did you pass COVID? Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh. Wow.
Bummer.
Wow. And young. Was a girl you talked to young-ish?
20.
Nice.
I mean, maybe you're saying 20. I'm
20.
thinking 18.
Girl could be 18.
Well, then
I'm-
that makes sense
19.
because she just passed that.
So
She
she'd
had
be
a
20
birthday.
now.
It'll be 20. Yeah.
It's their birthday. Okay, so are you okay on the other side?
Yeah, she gets to hang out with us.
Yeah,
Get
she's
to
hanging
hang
out here.
Now you get to go to the studio. Now you get to go all the way in.
You asked
Does
her-
she frequently hang out with us?
Do you frequently hang out with them? No. Have you hung out with them before?
Will you hang out with us?
Yeah. Again, this is probably the first time she was invited.
You're invited anytime, sweetheart. Like, you literally took the box from me. If you're the same girl, you saved me from a bunch of work and passing out the
Why don't you
magazines.
just
I
ask if
appreciate
that's
it.
the girl? Is it the girl?
Oh, are you the girl that we met with? I think she
did.
Oh yeah.
She did, yeah.
Okay, there you go.
She did. So again, we invited in spirit, and she came. That's cool.
crazy.
That is
Does
crazy.
she want to tell you her name?
Okay. Will you tell us her name? Yeah, she will now. She's just a little quiet.
Let me write it down.
She,
What I think I remember.
okay.
Spelt like that, too, I think. Something like that. I don't remember. I'm vaguely remembering that. And you know what? Something just came in my head and told me that.
Maybe it was her.
Because I'm getting a name too. That's why I'm asking.
An A?
No, I'm getting her name.
Wait.
Renee?
Shut up.
No.
Open.
And it's spelled
Hold on.
not like how it sounds. Or what do you?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And it's that's not how you normally spell
You
that
don't
name
spell it
either.
that way.
And he's calling it too.
Okay, dude.
Did you see it?
Yes.
An A. A. It's
AA?
it is written down as an A name. You said A. You're
I
saying
said
it's
A.
spelt wrong.
Yeah, it's like you know the name, but it's like spelled differently, so it's like kind of weird. But it's cool.
Ashley with the IE.
Ashley. So is it Ashley with an IE? Yeah. Wow. Wow, look at that. Look
It
how
is-
psychic you are.
No, I'm not.
No, wait. Don't say that you're not, because you said you felt
If
something.
you're picking
channel
up
in.
impressions, that's what it's all
Show
about.
the
Dude.
camera.
That's how we
Show
do
the
this.
camera that I didn't just.
It'll, No, the camera won't grab it. The lighting's not right for it. No, the lighting's just not right for it.
Okay, well, it's right there. It says, yeah.
That's crazy.
See? I mean, you've been filming stuff this whole time. Yeah.
That's nuts.
That is very cool.
That was a good what you did when you wrote it down.
Yeah, writing down is really good. And that's a good thing. A lot of people, a lot of mediums, a lot of psychic, they write too. She's just happy to be here, and she'll gladly come back.
Come back anytime.
Yeah. So she's,
We got plenty of magazines to pass out.
she like magazines floating.
You got like a whole table
Yeah,
of
there's a whole
magazines.
table of
right
magazines.
Oh man. Do we have anybody else here? Or does she still want to talk?
If you still want to
She's just hanging out.
She's just hanging
Yeah,
out.
tell her
She
stop
just-
hogging it.
Okay, so we'll talk
She's
to
waiting for
somebody
something else to happen. She's like, okay, and now what are you guys gonna do?
Like, what's the next
like,
just keep it on.
Somebody has got. We're talking about ears because you went to headphone. There's somebody putting a lot of pressure on my ears. So I don't know if they're playing with my ears or something. They had something with their ears, or I think they had. I think they had something done to their ear. Either they didn't like their ears or they had their ears fixed. You guys know anybody who had their ears fixed, like made flatter or something?
Can you make them flatter?
You can do anything.
Yeah.
That's true.
So okay, so do you ear person?
Ear person.
Oh wow.
Are you feeling something, Stefan?
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay.
Just
So, am I feeling this correctly that your consciousness about ears and insecurity about ears and fixing of ears and ears? Yeah. Okay. So do you know somebody here? No.
Another fan.
Okay. Well then you could go sit down.
yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for hanging out.
You can
Yeah.
pass out some
Tell a
magazines
friend.
if you'd like.
Yeah.
Take
Hang
some
out with
magazine.
Ashley.
This girl over here will hand them
Hit
out
that
to you.
subscribe button.
Yeah.
19.1.
Yeah, I think just again, you're going to pick up stuff passing through. We tried to be a little bit careful, but since there's people all over,
Right.
again, it's like a welcome, an open sign, a welcome sign. But that was a trip.
Is Paul still hanging out with me? Is he over here? Oh no, he doesn't have to. He probably just jammed over.
Is Paul still hanging out?
Yeah. Oh yeah, cool.
Oh, heck
Yeah.
I lost all that weight, brother. So there you go.
Okay, so let's talk to Paul. Shall we talk to Paul?
Yeah, let's talk to Paul. Yay.
He is very proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
Good.
He is very proud of you.
I'm proud of you too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And something. Are you doing something with your fingers or your nails, or did?
I don't think so. Fingers and nails.
Yeah, you doing something weird with your fingers?
Did he?
He does. He used to make fun of me because wow, that's crazy. He used to make fun of me because I used to like really have really dirty nails.
That's it. Because I was gonna. Because I was like picking at nails.
Yeah, he would tell. Well, they're clean now, but I usually every time I see if I get self conscious about it now, and so I look at it, and he used to say you could grow corn in your nails because it's so dirty when I was younger.
Okay, so that's what he's doing.
Oh,
He's-
man.
So he's proud of you. You lost weight and you clean your nails.
Yeah.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
It was like I was like.
I'm super
like
self conscious about him now because ever since he told me when I was younger, he would tell me like, why are your nails always so dirty? And it
He's
was
a
just
savage.
Yeah, he didn't mess around. He would always tell me how it is, and he would just say, yeah, you should clean your nails out. You could grow corn in them.
That's funny.
That's wild.
That is wild.
That's
So that's
wild.
what that is. So he is obviously here. Something you want to ask him or tell him?
I'm just glad he's with me. Cause I mean, he's one of the major motivations of why, like, when we had that talk the first time, he was there was a concern of weight and the health and everything, and that definitely was one of them. I mean, Tim even brought it up. He even told me, like, dude, you need to, if you're not doing what you need to do now, remember that with Patti and Paul, and so. It's always a conscious decision when every time I'm at the gym, I always think about him, and now mostly more Dennis because he makes fun of my weight. But yeah, my brother definitely was one of my major motivations to get back in there and lose some weight. So I thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, he's good. He is good. He the nail thing, that was funny.
Yeah, he's a jokester.
He's been to the gym with you.
Has he?
Yeah.
Good. I feel it. I do.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said that you know it.
I know, I do.
There's one, it's a weight or something, a machine kind of by a wall.
Okay.
Is there like a wall you kind of look at? You're not consciously, it's like you're staring at a wall.
There is a wall that I look at, yeah.
Yeah.
Is he hanging out over there?
Yeah.
That's
he's
funny.
By that wall.
That's funny.
Which is probably why you're looking at that wall. You don't even know it.
It is fun. It is, yeah, because I always look at that wall. That's weird.
What is it, dude?
It's just there's racks, and usually there's these squat rats, and usually all these hot girls go there when they do their squats. But I don't even look. I look at that corner because at the corner there's like it's a weird corner. And there's a paper towel machine. But every time I'm like done with the rep and I look around, I always end up glancing at that corner for whatever reason. Just look at it. And I look at it and I'm just like, oh, well, and then I plan out the next time I go over there, okay, I need to do that rack, or I need to go over there. And then when I do my traps, there's the assisted bars. And every time I'm done, and there's a TV there, but I always look at that corner for whatever reason. It's so weird. That's so crazy.
That's because he's there.
Well, there you go.
So, yeah, that's what
so I know that corner in my room, and the corner in the gym. He's right there.
So he likes corners.
He likes corners.
He's all, 2 more. Come on, let's go. Nice, dude.
Wow.
So, anything else you want to say to him?
Just, I mean, thanks for being out. Thanks for hanging out. I feel him every time. It's nice to know that he's around.
He's around. He is definitely around. Yeah, he keeps throwing up things that I don't know what it means, and I don't know what something about socks.
That's Isaac. You starching the socks, bro?
No, I didn't even know what that was until later. Like, I was like, wait, what is that? Oh, people do that?
Smiling socks?
I don't know about socks. That's interesting. Maybe with my sister and my family, they'll know. Like, did you guys talk about Paul? They'll probably end up figuring out.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah, they'll figure out what socks.
Usually comes later. So again, it just pops up.
Right.
In this way. So
the one I got the instant one was the nails, because I knew, I was thinking like, wait, nails, and then I was like, oh wow, that's insane. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, but I don't know about socks though.
He likes your makeup.
Oh, well, it's funny. Like he actually was the first person to put makeup on me. He put a mustache and stuff like that. He was very like out there when it came to presentation. He was like a very eccentric. Yeah. Well, not so much eccentric, but like just very like entertainer, right? He played with magic and everything. He was very into magic and dressing up and stuff like that. And he always had like little things.
Eccentric, but
Yeah. Okay. Well, sure, eccentric.
Had a lot of machismo.
No, yeah, he could be in a sense, yeah, but he was very like, I remember there's a picture of me and my nephew, and I had like one of those handlebar mustache when I was younger, and I had an eye patch, and I was like Zorro and stuff.
You had a Richard Lale?
I had a Richard Lale.
Nice. Those are good ones to get. Hard to maintain though.
Yeah. He has to work hard at that.
Richard. I used to have one of those, and it didn't work out for me that long. But
you bust his balls too much.
Yeah. I mean, I could still, if I did, I could probably do it a little bit, but I let the professionals take care of that. Richard Lale will look way better in a handlebar mustache than I can.
Did he sing?
He would sing sometimes. He loved music. He did like music. He introduced me to a lot of music before he passed, but yeah, he would sing.
Yeah, you might hear him singing sometimes, like in your head.
Oh yeah, that's not far off. Yeah, there's certain songs that do remind me of him. Yeah.
He used to sing to you?
Yeah, he did.
See, that's cool, man. That's a cool older brother.
Yeah. He did.
That is very cool.
He was very protective of me when I was, because there's a big age gap, right? So he was 29 and I was about.
Yeah, you were like his little brother.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So yeah, that's my brother.
Okay. And an ice cream cone?
Probably Thrifty's ice cream. He would take me to get some Thrifty ice cream.
Yeah.
It's the best. Huh?
That is some
Thrifty
good
ice
ice
cream.
cream.
Amazing. Yeah, he would take me to get Thrifty ice cream. I think his partner worked at a Thrifty's. And he would get pogs and ice cream from that. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. He's just showing me little things.
Yeah.
That meant a lot to him, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean obviously that means it meant when you say those things. I mean those were amazing memories when I was growing up. Absolutely.
And I know that something else drives you, you know, and I'm sure, like, you know, your fascination with MJ, your fascination with certain music, it's just.
Well, a lot of the motivation in me doing what I'm doing now is because I know he wanted to do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? He wanted to be a radio. He wanted to be a disc jockey. He liked to dress up. When I look at Richard, it reminds me a little bit because he used to work in a suit factory and he used to sell formal
So he
wear.
dressed nice and stuff. That's
AC
cool.
Formal wear. He used to work in Oxnard right on Fifth Street. He used to be the manager of AC Formal Wear back in the day. And he was a Jehovah's Witness, so he would always have suits, and he was always like the best looking one at the church in the Kingdom Hall. He would have like these nice suits. So I always liked that fashion, and I know he wanted to do stuff in entertainment, and I know he wanted to be a disc jockey. So like that made me want to do it too, because he was like my biggest role model, right? He was the one I looked up to. So when I got out of like in religion, and I knew I could do whatever I wanted, because when you're in a certain religion, they try to control you. Now you can't do
the brainwashing.
So then when I left and I started learning my own, I go, well, why can't I do that as a living? Why can't I do that regardless? And so I was like, most of the stuff I do, I kind of do it for him as well, because I know that that's what he wanted to do. So and I fell in love with what I did, like what I do now. So I do that because he motivated me, and because a little bit I'm living it because he couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Because he didn't get a chance to do it. So that's one of the major motivations of what I do.
That's awesome, man.
That is good.
That's awesome.
Good. So, and he hangs. Good job. So, all right. Somebody else want to ask for somebody specific?
I have a question. I don't. Or I mean, go. You go.
I have a friend. He recently passed away in a car accident. I'm just curious to know how he's doing. If he's watching over his mom, and his father passed when he was young, and one of the wishes was that he's at least a week before he passed. He said, out of all things I want, I wish I was with my dad. And then a week later, he passed in a car accident. And, his ashes are with his mom. A part of me doesn't want to bring this up because I don't want to disturb what he's doing, his journey that he may be on,
How long ago did he pass?
This was in February of this year.
Oh, then it's long enough.
Yeah.
So long as it's over 40 days.
Okay.
Is there a reason why it's like
40 days is the transition period? It's actually astrological. It's a planetary movement. It's also biblical. Moses 40 days, Noah 40 days, Moses 40 days, Jesus 40 days. It's an astrological thing. You go from here to there in 40 days. So you go from the life plane to the death plane. And I don't know exactly what you're doing in that 40 days, but I never try to contact anybody. And that's when you do a dumb supper after the 40, the backwards dinner, because he shows it's for them. And they'll come. You start with dessert, then you have the main course, end up with the super salad course.
Should I? Well, I don't want to take away from, but really quick, so I remember. Should I do that for Paul? With Paul, at least.
You could do that with Paul.
Yeah.
You do that with anybody. It could be 40 years. It doesn't have to be as long as it's more than 40 days. Somewhere in the dinner, everybody goes silent, and they'll communicate with each person to your own comfort level. And then, especially if it's recent or you've still got too much grieving going on, at the end of the dinner, which is the beginning of the dinner, because you're up to super salad course, you say goodbye to the fleshly body, because this is the one thing you can't have back. This meat suit, soul lives, spirit lives, but this doesn't. So in living people, we're connected heart to heart to heart to heart. I cut the cords, no strings attached. When somebody passes, that has to be cut, and now it's like a third eye, spirit to spirit. So instead of your dead brother, it's your spirit brother, and you could have a better relationship that you can have. So it's done in a lot of countries except ours. Even done some Christian, even some Orthodox, even some, a bunch of different religions, but we just don't do it here.
We do it at Harvest.
Yeah.
Before the
for
celebration.
So for your friend, you wanted to know if he's being taken care of, or
Yeah, if he's...
Yeah, so and what's his first name?
Eric.
Eric, okay. So we do want to invite in the spirit of Eric. How did he die? Did he have his breath taken away somehow?
It was from the reporter, from because my friends were there. He crashed in front of my friends, and so my friends had to go to the car. They opened the door, and I guess what they think what happened is he didn't have a seatbelt on. His neck hit the steering wheel, and immediately, like, he couldn't talk, he couldn't breathe. That's and he was trying to utter words to
I have goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first thing I got. So he was
pie.
trying to. So he is there and he is fine. And I mean, it's not even just ironic he's going to be with his dad. It was his time to be with his dad. He really did want to be with his dad. Not that he wanted to die, not that there was anything on purpose, but some spirits, we do just have these paths.
It's weird because out of the whole night, I'm getting this overwhelming feeling right now.
Yeah.
That's like coming from the
'cause
back
it's
of my
your
head
person here,
to my eyes.
It's because it's your person here.
It's like I'm zoning out of everything.
Mm-hmm.
This is weird.
So this was hard, that wanting to communicate, wanting to breathe, wanting to speak, but he couldn't. But he is fine. He is with his dad, and he's with a dog. It might have been a dog from childhood. And he's kind of going like this. He's almost like reliving part of his childhood.
That's when I met him.
Okay.
When we
so
were
maybe
in.
that's what he's showing for you. He's,
We were,
how kids run like this and do.
Or like he's treading water.
Maybe, but it feels it doesn't. It feels positive, not like he's drowning or something. He's going like that. Almost like he's running and playing and.
He was a very active, definitely a childlike energy about him.
Yeah.
He interesting as he was a tattoo artist, but he was like he can do like portraits and like Renaissance art. Like he could do like Michelangelo.
Wow.
With no one taught him how to do it. He was one of those. So when you say like angel almost,
yeah.
The last tattoo he did was a baby angel.
Wow. I just got goosebumps there.
Yeah.
So again, and even if somebody hired him to do that, this is all like foreshadowing stuff. This is all stuff he was going, and he's like, I'm an angel. Better there, in however he's seeing it. Total goosebumps.
That's crazy. Like when you said, I was like, no, please don't, because this is like too real.
It was almost too
exactly. You can go and look it up. Look up the. It happened on the 126.
Mm-hmm.
Go look it up. In February, car accidents 126. Wow. There's no bullshit around. I mean, that blows my mind.
And it was
wow.
And she was just. It was the first thing because she was trying to breathe. Like
yes.
I was seeing her having trouble breathing.
They show you.
You want to ask him something, dude? It's like your shot.
I mean, we were good friends. I just want to make sure that, like, I know he's doing his job or like his work. Like, I know he's watching over, because there's 3 friends that were there. One of the friends was holding his head up, trying to like, they're waiting for the ambulance to come. The ambulance showed up, and they were attending the other people in the accident. And my friends were like he's turning blue, like what do you? Oh, and my two friends ripped the front door open, like which would have taken like jaws of life to open the door. They ripped the door open. One of the other friends on the passenger side holding his head up. The other friend is like frantically like, can you help this guy too? Like, is it possible? And I just fear. I know his mom's gonna be fine because his mom's went through her husband passing. Her son passing. I think they had like an uncle. She has a lot of death that surrounds her. So with that being said, I know she's gonna be fine, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm worried about my three friends who are our peers. Who one of them was the best friend that like grew up with him, and they did it. They called every morning, FaceTime every morning, and I'm just concerned for their, well-being. How do you move forward in life when like this person that you are living it with is now just absolutely gone?
You do a dumb supper.
Okay.
It's in the book. You do a dumb supper because then he could be the spirit friend. He can't be the dead friend. This is gone.
Yep.
And it really helps the grieving, and it really helps to let go. You guys can do it pizza around whatever. Whoever was there, those best friends, you can guide them through it. It could be really casual. You just have to do it backwards because the other side is reversed. It's mirror image. And he'll know it's for him. You could set up a glass for him. You could set a place for him. And he'll come. He'll come. He'll know it's for him. And then he might whisper to each person their own whatever or talk to the group. But that is how you go on. You go on. And especially, he gave those little clues, like, I want to be with my dad. So, no, it's part of a greater plan. Whoever made that greater plan. Mm-hmm. Did he ever talk about getting old?
No, he was never, the future was never really there for him. It was like worrying about what he's doing in the next couple days, not the big plan or anything like that.
Right, because he wasn't going to have one.
Living for the moment.
Yeah.
And that's how he was, and that's kind of how he got in that accident. Was, the chain of events, that led up to him doing that. It was all a live in the moment style.
Right, and so that's what he was meant to do, and that's what he did, and that's how he lived, and that's how he died. And yeah, he didn't I'm going to settle down and have 2.7 children and, move to. He didn't see it. He wanted to see his dad, not probably on a conscious level.
He wanted all that, but that one of our friends, they had like a toast because it was his birthday, and he had mentioned all this is great, but I miss my dad. That was like the defining. That's what a lot of people take from that evening with him. Is that he wanted to be with his pops. Like that was, and his pops passed when I think he was a freshman or sophomore in high school. So a real critical time to, lose that.
Somebody to lose that, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
A quick little interesting thing is that he had an obsession with the number 333. He tattooed it on himself on his lower abdomen. He saw the number everywhere. After he passed, we added up his birthday, and the numbers are 33. So I don't know. Is there anything significant with?
Numbers are a language. I don't keep it all in my head, but 333. When you see that, some people call them angel numbers. Some people call them. Everybody doing the 111 now. Oh, angel! Make a wish. Do 111. 333. Somebody will know specifically what. You can look it up. But what it is, numbers are a language. They're a universal language. It's actually getting stronger all the time. It's literally what's bringing science and spirituality together. That's what getting into quantum mechanics and quantum physics are. It's numbers. Everything's going to come down to numbers. In the beginning, it's whether it's zeros and O's of a computer, or in the beginning was the word, and the word was numbers. So he had that language, or he saw it, whether he knew it or not. Energy, God, spirits, gods will really talk to us if we pay attention to that. So that's his number. So now you could want to see him, say, give me the 333, give me this, and you will.
No, and that's oddly enough, that has been absolutely happening between the people that were involved in the accident. We like share with each other every random time that we get a 333.
Yeah.
When I bought my car and I parked it at my house, my mileage was 333.
Yeah.
Just really a receipt. The change will be 333
XRP when you bought XRP,
and it'll be all around something that kind of has to do with maybe a meal he enjoyed or something like it relates, and it's like one of those you either allow it to be something you notice and accept, or you just kind of it's another number or whatever. But I think I should be accepting
I think you should too. And he could even give you messages like that. Like, if 333, oh, that's our friend. 333, oh, that's our friend. 333, oh, this is a meal he would have liked. I'm just being left brain on this, but this has happened with me with numbers. All of a sudden, maybe if it's 332, all of a sudden, wait, are you jumping the gun on something? Or 334, oh, wait, did you miss something? Look back. I mean, that's not saying he will do that, but that's one way to look at that language of numbers.
Okay.
So,
thank you.
Yeah.
Freaking awesome.
License plates, everything. You'll see it.
No, funny you say license plate. On the way to pick up one of my friends to go to a thing for him, the two cars in front of me both had 333 license plate number, and it was like I was telling my friend, should I pick you up right now? I don't know if I should. Screw it, I'm gonna go get you. And then the two cars in front of me, 333,
yep.
and he was one of the guys that was involved, like there on scene. So
that's crazy.
It's
just so crazy.
It's just weird.
He's there. He's good.
Well, I miss you, Eric, and a lot of people miss you down here. So yeah.
Something with a nose.
I was with him in maybe not nose, but I was with him in a fight. He probably got hit in his nose. We were at his house, and he's a very I can't explain it, but he's a really he's really extra when it comes to like competition and stuff like that. And basically, we're at his house and we're playing beer pong, and money got thrown on the table because this guy is incredible at beer pong. It's just shooting a ball into a cup. And money got bet. Something happened with a girl and a guy, and the guy that was the girl's whatever. And this guy ended up punching him. And I'm sure he got hit in his nose, but I remember his tooth fell like out almost, like he was like wiggling it back and forth. And I remember he fixed it because he had veneer or like what's it called? Invisalign.
Thing?
And he's like, it's all good, don't worry. And he pops it in, and then his tooth, because Invisalign kept his tooth in place, it healed and everything was fine.
Wow.
Save you a trip to the dentist.
That's amazing. So maybe that's what because they showed me something like that.
He got hit, but that was in recent times. That was when him and I hung out, and like he got hit, and I picked him up, and I like took him to the bathroom, and like we were in the bathroom, and that's when he's looking in the mirror doing this thing. And now that's like in recent times, like I don't want to say intimate, but like a personal moment I had with him.
That's good.
Oh, that's interesting.
So, and the other body parts he's showing me is forearm. Does that mean something to you for him?
Other than tattoos, no.
I was just thinking tattoo.
Yeah, he's done almost all my friends' tattoos, and they're done on forearms. Him and I had a talk about getting a tattoo, and that was one of the locations that we were thinking. But
maybe he wants you to do it.
Maybe I should finish it. Maybe that's
what he's pointing out. Yeah.
That's
but
cool.
That's up to you. You don't have to do it. He'll be fine if you choose not to.
No, there's a lot of since he passed, a lot of people got that 333 tribute, and a lot of people have that on their forearm or wrist. And I'm actually like one of the last few friends who just doesn't have that 333 tatted on them.
So he's telling you.
So he's going.
I think he's saying, hey, you should smack that on there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's funny. So all right, but he's good. He's good. He's good.
That's beautiful, man. I feel like I don't know. I think I feel your soul like at ease now.
I'm just happy to know he's, still being Eric.
He's still being Eric. Yeah, he's still being Eric.
That's. I'm happy for you, dude.
Yeah. Anybody wants to?
Yeah. There's been someone. I can't describe who it would be, pushing me to keep going forward. Don't stop. Keep going forward. No matter what happens, keep going forward. No matter if you get sick or anything, keep driving forward. There's something that I need to do that I can't think of what it is that I need to do. And this person or this whoever it is pushing me and won't let me give up. Even though there's been times when I just want to say, I just want to get rid of everything and just give up and just, be a bum or whatever. But it won't let me do that. It's hanging there, just pushing me. I don't know who it is. And
it feels actually very ethereal to me, almost like not taking form, like almost like an angelic or something that's like not a mist, but got light to it, pushing, like you're gonna feel a push to it. I think it's like could be like some kind of a spirit guide, if you believe in that. It doesn't feel like it's a friend or human. It feels higher vibration than that. Higher. It's like, more, again, getting up there into whatever, angelic realm, this realm, something it's just like one of your guides.
Because something's telling me that there's something I got to do, but I can't come up with the thing that I have to do. I get sick, I get cancer and stuff, I get healed right away because there's something I got to do, and I can't think of what it is that I have to do.
The world's greatest segment, baby.
Yeah, you're the best.
What you gotta do that, man.
Around.
Do what? What?
His segment on the show.
They're being stupid. Don't listen.
No. What they are saying is everything you just said. I get cancer, I get healed. I keep moving forward. You have a story, like whether it's a segment of the show or you want to write or have somebody help you write, or your perception of things, even how you see the world isn't like everybody else. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. Again, there's 1,000 people looking, everybody's looking over here and you're looking over there. That's your magic. So they're pushing you, whatever that thing that you see the world different, maybe is what the world kind of needs now as we're going into this new thing. So you've got to get that message out there. It doesn't mean you have to become a preacher or anything like that, but the thing that makes you you, it doesn't have to be magical or spiritual, anything, that keep going thing.
It's racism.
He's really not supposed to say it on air. So.
Yeah,
it's joking, Dad.
Canceled.
Yeah, Dad's like, be serious right now.
No, it is this higher. Doesn't it feel literally like pushing you forward sometimes?
Yes,
literally pushing you forward.
Keep going. Don't stop.
Yeah. So, yeah. Because it wants you to be here, and it wants you to be inspirational of some sort.
I need to know what it is that it wants me to do. It's not telling me.
That's the question.
It wants you to tell a story.
I don't know. Well, that's the thing. My story.
It's their story.
It is your story.
Well, what good is that? That's not something that's going to.
Maybe to somebody.
Yeah, it is.
If you tell it to the right person.
Yeah.
It only takes one person, man.
Tim or
even if you
Julian
touch one person, that's one person enough.
If you touch one person, but however, I mean, not a lot of people say I get sick, I get healed, I get cancer, I get healed. I don't know any of your history, anything like that, but most people don't get. I get cancer, I give up. I get the, there's a thing, and you're like, it's like the survivor thing. It's like the, and maybe that's what a whole lot of people need right now. Again, it's a thing that makes you different. Your perceptions, good, bad, or indifferent, whatever it is the thing that makes you special. How you see things, how you perceive things. Does it make sense to you?
No. Because I'm still, in my mind, there's something I have to do. And I'm trying to figure out what it is that I have to do.
Well, you got to be more open to things too.
It's a way. It's what you have to do is let people see who you are being. I mean, if I translate it, and I don't want to left brain translate it, but it would be write a blog, write a book, do a show, do a whatever, inspiration by me. It's something weird like that, but not somebody else, somebody who wouldn't listen to him do inspiration or me do or Stefan do. It's the thing that makes you you. You'll understand it tomorrow. It's not like I have to do something. I have to drive to India. I have to
go to Buffalo.
It's a Buffalo. It's not. It's not that. It's that you have to show who you are, what you are, and how you became who you are, and what that is.
But in this atmosphere here, if I show who I am and what I am and who I am, I get made fun of, but I still go, and I still drive ahead, and I'm still my own person. I still have to.
Yeah.
But I need to know what I have to do. There's something I got to do.
You just said it again, and you make fun of, and remember I said there's 800 people going this way, and you're going that way. You would be the person being made fun of, but the more you go, fuck you, whatever that is, it's like
be fearless,
it's not going to
man.
be that tangible. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to everybody else? If it not to him, but
well, the thing is that he doesn't understand is that
he wants to be told, do A, B, C.
Yeah.
Well,
instead of, I mean, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for an answer.
I'm looking for what I have to do.
An answer.
To make a difference in this world.
See?
Before I
Look at him look that way where I'm looking this way.
That's what it is. That express your best, be your best you, and you're going to inspire somebody or lots of somebodies.
I don't think he realizes that out there, all the people that are just like making fun of him on the show, people's favorite part is the interaction between everybody on the show. Like his every time I talk to.
It's not just the show. It's.
I know,
everywhere.
but you can use that as a taking off point to do other things.
Show is a microcosm of this, and then this could be a microcosm of a bigger thing.
Right. So maybe right now, maybe you can reflect from this. Maybe like she said tomorrow, what that would be. Maybe you won't understand that now, but later you understand little by little what the bigger scheme of it is.
So if it doesn't make sense to him, does it make sense to other people?
Yes.
Okay.
And I because he's just, when it comes to the show, Dad, you just fuck it, give up. And maybe you need to fight back and tell your story, tell your truth. Just because there's a lot of powerful personalities in here doesn't mean that you should just get ran over. Still do you.
That's them pushing you.
But it has to be a decision.
I think
There's something else.
I think you are going to do something. I don't think it's time yet, but I think that you need to be ready for it when it does happen.
Just keep pushing forward.
Yeah, stay on track
forward.
because it's going to hit you, and you're like, "Holy shit, this is it."
And
then
again,
you're gonna go.
and then when you march on is when they make fun of you, or again, you're not going with that same pattern of everybody else, and you want to just say fuck it or whatever. No, they're pushing me forward.
It's not them that's pushing me. It's something else that's pushing me.
Okay.
And I don't.
No,
It's
no. By them I meant spirit,
Yeah. Okay.
not them.
No.
I meant,
Again-
I meant
again,
the guy
pushing back.
behind you,
Not the
energy
misfits.
behind
Yeah.
you.
Get the
The
hoodie.
literal energy behind you, and it doesn't even have to take form. It's not like Uncle Bob or something. It's much higher vibration than that.
I'm so glad we didn't have another guest on the show.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry.
All right.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Before we,
I do have one thing.
Okay.
We've had a couple psychics come through. Especially Wendy Hannigan. She had brought up to that she's seen a baby in her house. The only baby I can think of is a miscarriage that me and my wife had. And do we tell him to go, or does he want to be here?
No, he was supposed to be a spirit baby. He's not stuck. He's not a shade. I see him older because to me, when somebody's a baby, whether they're miscarried, whether aborted, whether they die stillborn, whether they die almost anything under a year, they show themselves a little older because otherwise, how are you being like a baby? They're going to show themselves like 2 or something.
Yeah, that's what she said,
Yeah,
too.
you show themselves 2. So, yeah, and that's what they do. So, a miscarriage. No, he was just supposed to be spirit baby.
Okay, I just didn't want him to be lost.
No, he's not lost.
Not lost.
Okay.
Absolutely not lost. He had to come in to be.
What's wrong? You feel something on it?
You're the first owner of this house?
There's another person prior.
Okay.
Why?
I feel that the baby's tied into someone previous, but
Oh, it's not ours?
it feels comfortable with you
Mm-hmm.
and the family environment, so it's clinging to that and making you part of its family.
Think of it like a little guardian angel or a little
Yeah.
fairy or a little whatever. Not stuck. You would feel it if it was
Yeah, it's
stuck.
not
You
stuck.
feel when they're
It's
not.
happy.
When they need to go. And again, when it is somebody that's the shade and didn't know they're dead and whatever, that's you that go to the light, Carol Ann, and it works, you know. But it's not. It's here. It's happy to be a little sprite on the other side, showing itself about too.
Wendy said that he was trying to climb on the gate. I was like, that's so cute. What do you see, Stefan?
I think he's just trying to. The energy is getting.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just getting drained. This,
Yeah,
this
no.
fucking
This is
thing
what. So
fucking me
yeah,
up.
anything else because the guy's fucking.
Yeah, the guy that.
Well, you got this thing around you, and it's all great and loving and peaceful, but my psychic is not like hers. I get the next level guys down
And
that kind of circle around the nice pure stuff, and they're just, at one point a big dog came through and it was growling. I got to hear it 3 times coming, and it's just kind of cruising through, and then there was like, I call them gray zones, and they're not celestial and they're not really pure of energy.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of more mischievous, and they feed off your energy. So there was this one that was just like creeping up over here on me, and it was just draining me. I was feeling sick. I almost had to get out a couple times.
I saw
and
that.
then you got me the water, and I'm like, I gotta focus. I gotta shake this off because it's just killing me right now.
All right. Well, Patti, this was beautiful.
We have to close it.
Yes. I mean, especially with you, Dennis. Like, that right there was, to me, I really, really love you. Like, I love you to death.
And he means it.
And when
not
she
just
went
itchy
like
butthole.
this, like, it just, I don't know, my heart melted for you. So I'm glad that you got your, if that's peace that you got, I'm happy for you.
Yeah, that guy was standing right next to you. You were like elbowing him.
Read the dump
You're all-
zipper. It's like a 1-minute read. It's in this book. So, all right. So everybody, both watching, whether you're live watching or you're watching it later, if you open up the veil with us, even at a later time, no time and space on the other side. Everybody take a deep breath again. Exhale. If you're so inclined, whether we talk to them or not, I always invite your loved ones to come up to you. If you're comfortable with that, maybe they want to just whisper to you, whether we did speak to them or not. Because there's a few others here we didn't talk to, obviously. If you're comfortable with it, have them touch you on your hand or your arm or wherever. Or not. Thank them. Again, what I probably said before too, what this does is it gives us closure, information, understanding. It gives them that feeling of being alive again, real time. If they don't have time and space, they could be everywhere all the time. They're great. But this is like real conversation. It gives them that titillation of being alive. So it's a win-win. But now we do have to have them closed down because they're going to use everybody's energy. So have them see them stepping like backwards into the darkness. See them stepping backwards. Thank them seriously. Because again, it takes their energy. It takes your energy. It takes faith. See them stepping back into the darkness, and like a curtain, see the veil slowly closing over the space wherever you are at. The veil is open. mean, closed. If the veil is closed, the room is open. Sorry, wrong words, right thought behind it. So, it got changed in here. Just changed in here. Just changed in here. It's good. So everybody at home and here, everybody should have a bite of salt if you can. Touch iron if you can. Anything iron. You have an old iron pan in your kitchen. Iron on your stairwell or anything like that. A big old dumpster in the back. Iron will ground you. And even with grounding, everybody, if you kind of went there, is going to be a little extra psychic for a few days. Your dream life might be increased a little bit just because you open the veil. Even when you close it, you leave it. It's like it's heightened up. It's like going to the gym. Your muscles stay big for a while. So that's what everybody's going to have for a few days. Again, you can shut it down if you want, but why? Spirits are good. We closed them down, so everybody might be a little tired tomorrow. Just like if you go to a spa or something, drink lots of water, and you even if you didn't drink, sometimes you feel like you had a little hangover the next day. But I call that ritual hangover. But it's okay. It goes away fast.
I'm used to that for the first time we did that. The first time.
Yeah, you ate the first time, yeah. So, all right. And anybody have any questions? Or how's everybody feel? Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just on cloud 9. It was amazing to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let's give it up for Patti.
Awesome. Thank you so
She's
much.
amazing. Go follow her on her socials. Always posting something awesome. Always posting something amazing. Thank you for letting us get to know you. Thank you for being a part of this. And you are our family. Like anything you ever need at any given time, if we can do for you, we will do for you.
Thank you. And vice versa. You guys, I love your energy. I love this whole what you guys create. You're like the funnest show to do. Their series is nice and serious, and the fun is nice and fun. So I'm honored too. Thank you.
All right, we will be right back. We're not going to do World's Greatest Segment. We're going to bump that. And we're going to do, Sean put together 4 stories of serial killers. And we have to guess which of those stories is fake. And then we're going to do Goodnight Sweetheart. All that, and that is it. Because we are running late on when we come back from commercial. This is No Cover Presents Red Light Dish Show. And we'll be right back. All right. We went long, which we expected to this week. We had an amazing time with Patti. This was a different show than we're used to. But where's everyone? Let's say goodbye. Let's do what did you learn? There are people coming.
Poor Chris.
All right.
Called marijuana.
All right. Oh, here it comes. We have the cameras dying. We have equipment dying.
All the people that
And
were
we're
here
talking
dying.
to the people dying. Pat, what did you learn?
I learned it took like 40 days to pass over, or whatever it is, to talk or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like 40 days. I learned that.
Yeah.
That was interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah. I think that was interesting, to be honest. Yeah, I didn't know that.
So, I didn't either. Stefan? I would hope you knew that.
When that stuff starts happening, you get really strained. And I was like, no lingering, worrying. All of a sudden, I'm like, no, what's going on? I'm like, where the fuck is this thing going? And all of a sudden, there's this gray thing over here, which is like getting creeping closer and closer, and I just feel the energy here.
I think you're having flashbacks.
What though?
I'm joking. Relax. Don't go getting all crazy and shit.
Pops, what'd you learn?
I learned that no matter how many of these things we do, I never see, feel, or hear anything.
Yeah, you are.
Well,
you're looking one way and the other people are looking.
I don't think so.
I think they're like, if you have been on the show as long as you have, like, I mean, Chris, Stefan, these guys are and Dennis, fucking vets. They've seen something. We've all seen things. Especially today, if you still have a bunch of questions after today, it's you. It's not the thing. Okay. That it's you. I mean, just with Dennis and Isaac alone, we just can't explain that. And
Not yet.
It's either they're lying or it's real. And I don't know why they would lie about something like that. I mean, unless you guys are just fucking psychopaths, I don't know.
I mean, unless somehow Patti was making up the choking thing, that I've got no ledge to die on. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing, like, no one told. I didn't have a conversation prior and told her about my friend who passed in a car accident where his last words were, and she was emulating it. And what she does is channel a spirit to come in and go. So, you know, with Ice's experience, it's easy for me to be like, you guys have this bit going, right? You've talked about this. You guys are doing this for radio. It's easy for me to continue to believe that. But, you know, in this particular instance where I'm the only one that holds this feeling and information, she actually had it, you know? And so I don't know how I should take it or how I should accept it, but the information is in front of me and it feels very real.
Well, I guess it happens for some people, but it doesn't happen for others.
Dude,
it's a choice.
The Ashley thing alone, that shit was
the
crazy.
Ashley thing. I mean, come on.
So I saw him.
We set it up together.
I saw you writing it down right away, and I was like, "Oh, this is so perfect! I can't wait. We're gonna finally get Patti in a little mix."
pickle. Yeah.
And then I looked at the name, and she goes, "It starts with an A."
Maybe she started
And
alphabetically.
then Stefan,
No, but
I'm just.
he had
knew
wrote it
how
down.
it was spelled differently.
He.
I was like trying to figure out how to say it. I'm like, okay.
Not Ley.
Yeah.
Like
So-
Lie.
Before she mentioned the letter A, he had already wrote it down, and I had seen the name Ashley. And then she said it was spelt with the letter A, and then Stefan said it's a funny way of getting spelt. That's when we were like, no way are you guys actually tapped into this, because we did this behind this side, and they did that over on that side, and the information connected. Like, that's interesting.
Or a collective consciousness or something.
Like,
you cannot explain that.
Unless
unexplainable.
Unless there's something about being in the same room and like our ideas are connecting somehow, and this is just something that we can't explain.
And you were vibing in a minute. We were vibing hard.
But
Yeah, you were like saying all the shit I'm thinking.
yeah.
But outside of any of that, as soon as you guys were talking about names, I saw Tim go, "Great idea, let me write this down." He wrote it down. I looked at the name. She then goes, "It must start with an A," which it did. Stefan goes, "It must be misspelled," which it was. Which is like, you know, maybe who knows? Maybe she was thinking Amy, and Amy was spelled with 4 E's, whatever, right? But that, you know, that's where I think where Sean's getting. Maybe she was reaching. Is that what you're kind of?
No, I was just making a joke. Like maybe she started alphabetically. She's like,
oh, the first
it's like
letter of the
an
alphabet.
A,
Yeah. Okay.
Trick, bro. She's legit. And when she's linked, she starts moving her hands like that.
No, it's not an A one. It's a maybe B.
Yeah. Okay.
And we don't hear names. It doesn't work like that sometimes. You see images and flashes. Like when you opened the veil and all that shit was coming through, it was like a river flowing.
And all of a sudden, the lights were chopping up that river. So I was seeing images, but they were like a TV with a loose plug in the back. So it was like fading in and out real quick. So it's hard to pick up on some of those images and what they're trying to present to you, because they show you shit. You got to figure it out. So, sorry.
I mean, it was just I mean, you can't deny that. You got to look at the collective consciousness or the collective group. All right. All right. What'd you learn?
It's not that I learned something, it just reestablished the fact that Patti is a very special individual. She's just she's magic in a sense, and not in a sense where like, you know, I don't know where, you know, she's a magical person, and like I just, you know, walked her out, and it's like I gave her a hug, and it was just like there's a certain people in life that you meet, and you're just like, yeah, that's something. You know, that's something special, and she's definitely a special person.
She definitely is.
Yeah.
Sean?
I am going to a lot of islands to help you fuckers survive.
You're on everyone's island, dude.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. You can hang up those mirrors and shit. It's gonna be great. Good island.
Gotta have a cook.
Well,
You guys need to have like a man off. Like you guys gotta cook and build stuff. Like I think that's what we're gonna talk about. Like they have to have a man off.
A manathon?
No, not a man in a thong, but
manathon.
Yeah, no.
When do you need me for that?
Bud, what'd you learn?
The guy that was there on site, unprovoked, just called me.
There you go.
Just needed to talk to me.
All right, we'll talk about this when we get off.
And it continues.
Yeah.
I don't think we closed the veil all the way.
Like the guy that was involved, like the guy on scene, like saw the car flipped and was like, "Oh my god, that's his car." And then they parked and went to check it out.
That ripped the door off?
Yeah, one of those guys.
Yeah.
Just called this
randomly.
Like we haven't talked to him tonight. Didn't even mention that this was going on. Just he's like, "Hey, what? Like, I don't know. What are you doing?" Like
everyone's feelers are on. That's high tonight,
especially Chris's.
And you know what he says? Meet up over here with the other guy that was there.
Beta
It's
Black.
weird. It's just
Friday
weird.
the
Beta Black.
13th.
It's
The
just
crowd
weird.
goes ape shit.
Chris is mad. He wants to go
And
home.
as they say in Canada, peace